On 101.1 KFNF, today's best country. Online at highplainsradio.net and on the 101.1 KFNF mobile app. The Oberlin Red Devils are on the air.
Bryson Ketchel with a left corner three. You betcha! Bryson Ketchel with a big triple. Michaela Wasson pops a three and knocks it down. Michaela with a big shot right there. Her first three of the night. Kicks it back out. Gage Willoughby for three. You betcha! Gage Willoughby with 7 points. Briley Minnick pops a three and she knocks it down. Briley with 5 points on the night.
Coverage of Red Devil Athletics is brought to you in part by
AquaShield Roofing, Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Decatur Co-op, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, FNB Bank of Oberlin, Frederickson Insurance Agency, High Plains Podiatry, J.D. Skiles Company, Nextech, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Oberlin, R&M Service Center, Ray's Grocery, The Bank in Downtown Oberlin, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, and Ward Drug Store. In supporting the Hoxie Indians tonight, Painter Oil, First State Bank of Hoxie, Hoxie State Insurance, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Hoxie, Watkins Realty and Insurance, Woofeter Pump and Well, and Equity Bank.
High school basketball is on the air. Red Devil Courtside starts now. Here's Sam Knoll.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome here from Hoxie, where we are just a few minutes left in our boys JV game here tonight, and then we'll move our way into our girls varsity matchup. But we got a little bit of a longer pregame show here tonight, so we're able to sit down and talk with both head coaches in tonight's matchup between Oberlin and Hoxie. I'm Sam Knoll giving you all the play-by-play coverage here as the Oberlin Red Devils have traveled about 30 minutes south to take on one of their rivals, the Hoxie Indians. The Lady Red Devils come into tonight with a record of 6-3, fresh off that win on Tuesday over Northern Valley, 58-31. As for the Hoxie Indians, they come in with a record of 7-1, winners in their last 5 straight games and taking down Colby in their last matchup, and got a little bit of a test there against the Eagles on the road at the Colby Event Center 10 days ago on January 7th. Colby would actually lead after 3 quarters, 32-28, but it was a 20-point fourth quarter from the Indians to en route to win 48-43. So the Indians will try to use some of that momentum here tonight as they continue to have a very successful season coming off of a successful one last year, while the Red Devils look to continue to build momentum, winning 4 of their last 5. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we sit down and talk with head coach Easton Slipke of the Hoxie Indians. That's to come here on Red Devil Courtside on 101.1 KFNF.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Painter Oil and Hoxie will deliver bulk fuel right to your door or farm. Farm diesel, highway diesel, gas or propane. Also oils from quarts to totes up to 275 gallon. Painter Oil has been servicing Northwest Kansas for over 40 years. Give them a call today at 785-675-3903. That's 785-675-3903. Or stop by Painter Oil in downtown Hoxie. You'll be glad you did.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back into our pregame shows. We get you set and ready to go for tonight's matchups between Oberlin and Hoxie. We start on the girls' side of things, and we're talking with head coach of the Lady Hoxie Indians, Easton Slipke. Boy, coach, it's crazy. We've already had the brackets seeded out for the Mid-Continent League tournament and stuff like that. It's crazy how fast the season goes, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, we played 8 games within about 4 weeks span, so we were really pumping out the games and had a lot of tough games, close games, and then we had this 10-day break, and it was much needed. We had a lot of girls that were getting sick, and it was just a good mental reset and ready to hit the second half of our season. But we're already after tonight's game, we're going to be halfway done with the season already. So it's really gone fast, and it's been a fun season.
Yes, it certainly has, as your girls are off to a 7-1 start. And like you mentioned, 10-day break, but last time out you took on Colby, and it was a really hard-fought, battled game. You guys were able to pull away there in the fourth quarter to get the 5-point win. I guess what were your kind of thoughts after your last time out?
Well, yeah, it was a good win, and it's a nice little rivalry we've had with Colby the last 4 years. A lot of those girls have been playing since they were freshmen on that other side, so I was glad we worked on the things we did during break. We had a lot of sophomores. We have a lot of sophomores on the team that got their first varsity minutes to start this year, and we played 3 of them, and they need a lot of growing and learning. And in fact, we kind of had some growing pains at the beginning of the season, but now that we got 6 games under our belt, we were going into the second half of the season after Christmas break, and played a really good team. I mean, Colby's a top 5 team in 3A, so at their building, it was a good, hard-fought win, and we didn't play our best, but it was good to see that even when we don't play our best, our defense can show up, and we can persevere at the end and play a good fourth quarter, and we had a lot of grit in that game, so it was a good win. Yeah,
it certainly was, and kind of, propelled you into that 10-day break. It was nice to get that big momentum win and carry it into the 10-day break, I'm sure. And you kind of mentioned the sophomore stepping up and playing big for you. You've only got a couple of seniors this season kind of on your varsity roster, so you've had to have a lot of those younger girls step up big for you. How do you think they're doing in that role?
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. Going into the off season, 3 of them really hadn't played very much varsity basketball. We had 4 girls that barely played much last year that play the whole game now. So that was the big thing, getting them in the summer. They grew. They learned how to play with together, and then start the season. They've grown in confidence tremendously over the last 2 months, and it's going to just continue to grow. I mean, they're young. They're learning how to play as a team, learning how to win big varsity games, and that's always good. You can see the improvement going from week to week, and that's what you want to see in your younger girls. But they're led with 2 good seniors, Sophie Gorley and Emily Boehner. Emily's been a 4-year starter for us. She's our leading scorer, leading rebounder. She's very valuable to our team, and they really learn from both of them. They play hard defense, both girls, and when you have senior leaders in practice that go 100%, it just makes the whole team really look up to them and really get after it.
Yeah, you mentioned Emily, and boy, she's off to a really, really great start to the season, like you said, leading the team in points and rebounds, and just her athleticism on the floor is such a huge weapon for you, isn't it?
Yes. She's really. My first year was when she was a freshman, and how much she's grown since her freshman season till now. The confidence, the athletic ability, the shooting, the driving, the rebounding. I mean, she's averaging about 14 points and 13 rebounds a game. So she's really, really coming to her own. She just had 18 points and 15 rebounds against Colby and really dominated that fourth quarter. So she's had a tremendous season, along with our 2 juniors, Avery Mock and Allie Gorley. They're both averaging in double digits, and they've really taken a step up. And we got a lot of good individual pieces, but they just play well together as a team. And the enjoyment they have playing in the games has, I think that's the biggest factor for us this year, is our team chemistry together and our team morale. And it's really, really paid dividends through these first 2 months.
Yeah, you mentioned that team morale and just kind of, knowing where everybody's at on the floor because you've played with them for so long. And obviously that helps on the offensive end. I really think it helps on the defensive end, though, to kind of, everybody's on the same level, on the same strategy, and you guys really take pride on the defensive end, don't you?
Yes, this has been our best defensive year so far in my 4 years. I think we're allowing less than 35 points a game. We played some really good teams. We played 3 top 10 teams in the state, either it be in 2A or 3A, and we've really played well in the defensive end. Offense has been trending upwards. We started off the season struggling a little bit on offense, but when your defense can travel night in and night out, you're going to be in every game, and that's kind of what we're built on this year is our defensive. And we can switch 1 through 5. We got a lot of athletic girls, and we're not always the tallest in height, but we got a lot of athleticism to be able to switch 1 through 5. So I think we'll see some of that tonight against Oberlin.
Yes, and Oberlin is going to be a tough team. Obviously, you guys coming out of a 10-day break, and you get a tough team right away in Oberlin, off to a 6-3 start for them, and they've beat some tough teams as well. I guess what are you seeing out of them? And it should be a good one tonight, shouldn't it?
Yeah, they've got they're always tough. They're very well coached. They run a tough defense. A lot of teams don't run a 1-3-1, and they run a really good 1-3-1 defense. So it'll be good to see that tonight and kind of see what we're made of against this 1-3-1. But yeah, they have a really good scorer in Minnick. She's their leading scorer. She can really score the basketball. Sets good screens. She can score from the outside and inside. And they got some good guards. So we got to take care of the basketball. We can't allow them to get deflections and steals in that 1-3-1, and then really do a good job against their pick and rolls. They love to have pick and rolls, attack the basket, and get good shots. So hopefully our defense on switching can communicate well, and we can defend that. So,
well, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat with us, and good luck tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Once again, that was head coach of the Lady Indians, Easton Slipke, giving us all his thoughts on the season so far, what he expects to see out of the Lady Red Devils tonight. Coming up, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we sit down and talk with head coach of the Lady Red Devils, Brandon Gehring. That's coming up next here on our pregame show, getting ready for Oberlin and Hoxie on 101.1 KFNF.
With the right touch, bent metal, shattered glass, and twisted frames can be restored to their original glory. At Creative Collision, they have one simple mantra: repair, restore, renew. It's about taking damaged vehicles and transforming them into something sleek, smooth, and safe. Comprehensive auto body repair and restoration. Available exclusively at Creative Collision in Oberlin, Kansas. Revive it, drive it, and love it. Call for an estimate at 785-470-2130 or visit Creative Collision's virtual garage online at creativecollisionoberlin.com.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Culligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Culligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
When you think of Decatur Co-op, do you think about grain? Feed your livestock, horses or pets, propane, supplies? How about tires? Yes, Decatur Co-op in Oberlin has a tire shop that specializes in tire repair, along with oil changes, exhaust, front-end alignment, and major mechanical work. Bet you didn't know all that. Well, now you know. And the next time you need any of those services, think of Decatur Co-op at the railroad tracks in Oberlin. Book your appointment. Call 785-475-2234.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back into Red Devil Courtside as we continue to get you set and ready to go for tonight's matchups between Oberlin and Hoxie. And we're joined alongside with head coach of the Lady Red Devils, Brandon Gehring. Boy, coach, we talked about at the beginning of the week how fast this season is going. I mean, now you got Hoxie, Northwest Kansas League Tournament, and then you're looking at the postseason. I mean, you're just trying to get it to slow down somehow, aren't you?
Yeah, you do. I mean, especially when you're having a good year like we are so far, you just hate to see the time fly by so quickly because you just enjoy some of the stuff that you're getting to do, and it's fun when you have a good group of kids. And I really do have a good group of kids. I probably don't talk about that enough, but they're hardworking and they show up every day with great attitudes, and so this season's been a lot of fun. So I'm hoping we can continue to enjoy everything we've been working towards.
Yeah, boy, had a lot of fun out there last time on the court against Northern Valley. Got out in front early, never really looked back. I mean, a 16-0 run, you'll take that any day of the week, and a 58-31 win. I guess what were your kind of thoughts after Tuesday's win?
Yeah, no, I thought we jumped out all over them to start, and we've been doing that to some teams here lately, and that's good. And it actually allowed us to get into some other stuff that we know we've got to be better at, and we were able to work on some of that stuff in the second half. I mean, and that's nothing against Northern Valley. They've got a good team, and they're just young. And fortunately for us, we had a great start and was able to build that lead. So overall, I was pleased with our girls' performance and effort, and I thought I got a lot of other girls some playing time, which was big for them too.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of other girls there getting some playing time as well as putting in some buckets for you, like Riley Lippelman and Karen Molina and a few others. They were able to put in some buckets. So to see them score and kind of continue what you're trying to do, with the girls that play a lot is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I was excited for Riley. She's a senior, and she doesn't play a ton of varsity minutes for us, so to see her get into the varsity game and get open for a basket and put it in, I was really proud of her. And Karen, she's a good shooter. She's one that hopefully coaches don't realize how good a shooter she is coming up in the future because we got big expectations for Karen. But yeah, and the thing that's fun is the girls are also supportive of one another, whether it's a girl that doesn't play a ton of minutes or it's one of our starters. The bench is always pretty enthusiastic, and they get pretty fired up for one another.
Boy, Maria Rodriguez, it just seems like she gets, better and better each week with the more, playing time that she gets and stuff like that. And she put up a season-high 9 points there against Northern Valley, and her being kind of at the top of that 1-3-1, it's really grown her game a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, the thing about Maria is where Maria's confident at, she's really good at, and she loves the top of her 1-3-1, and she's been active up there. She's definitely been a bright spot for us on that aspect of things, and and as Maria's confidence grows, you're just going to see her game take off because she's got a lot of abilities, and I've been really proud of how she's continued to work at trying to get better at the other things, and the better she continues to get at those things, the better she's going to be as an overall player.
Yeah, and I feel like your bench, along with her, and all your starters as well as your bench has been, so good for you this year, especially kind of running that 1-3-1 and running the press to kind of have two sets of five there that can, understand what to do and what you want out of them is pretty key, especially when you're trying to run that press and run that tough of a defense. So for your bench to come in and put in some quality minutes for you has been huge, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, you're right. The thing that's made it nice is we've had some pretty competitive practices too. It's helped our practice intensity pick up a little bit, and when our next five can push our first five, that's always a good thing.
And so you've won 4 of your last 5, and I know we talked a little bit about it after the game there on Tuesday, but you got to kind of really like where you're at again after dropping that game against Oakley and regained a lot of confidence Tuesday night, didn't you?
Yeah, no, I think we did. But our real test is coming up tonight with Hoxie. And then going into our league tournament. Our league is no slouch, and we've got a ton of our league games left. And so the second half of our season, it's going to be a pretty tough stretch. And so I just hope what we've done the first half of the season has helped us build enough confidence and has got us ready to handle what we're about to face.
Yeah, and someone else that stepped up for you kind of there on Tuesday was Michaela Wasson, and I know she's kind of taken on a little bit of a different role than maybe she's seen over the past couple of years, and she really helps you out inside, doesn't she?
Oh, she's been the physicality that we were nervous about not having this year. She played the guard position last year, and we didn't require her to post up a ton, and she didn't have to be kind of that physical presence down low for us. And we knew we had graduated some good post players from the years before, and needed to find a way to replace that. And Michaela has embraced that role, and I actually think she's really excelled in that role, and I've been really proud of her and what she's taken on as a senior, and I think she's doing a good job for us.
Yeah, you mentioned her and everybody else. It just seems like you guys have been able to gel, and everybody kind of knows their role and has been playing to their strengths, and it's led to the wins, hasn't it?
Yeah, no, I think it's helped us play fast too. Once the girls and I kind of figured out what each other's roles were going to be, they've grown in those roles. They've gotten confident in it, and it's led to us being able to play quickly. Not just running up and down the court quickly, but I mean anticipation and thinking about the next play and getting reads off of one another and knowing how to get people the ball in certain spots that they like it. And we still got some work to do with some of that stuff though, but I think it's definitely you've seen the improvement.
And, you were kind of talking about it, and we mentioned it a little bit. Boy, a tough stretch coming up here, obviously, with Hoxie tonight, Northwest Kansas League. But, kind of talk a little bit about Hoxie, like you mentioned there on Tuesday. Very athletic, with Emily Bainter up front, but they got a lot of guards that can do some great stuff as well, and they're going to be a tough team, aren't they?
Yeah, no, Coach Slipke's got them on track. You watch their film, and they don't really have too many weaknesses. Obviously, Emily Bainter stands out, just her length and her athleticism. She's been a really good player for a really long time for them, and she's only gotten better, especially on the offensive end. She's always been a really good defensive player, but offensively she's gotten better. But man, you look at them, and they got some really good guards that can shoot, and that's what I noticed is they just shoot the ball so well. So we're going to have to make sure we're good in our coverages tonight, and that we're getting out on shooters, and hopefully we can attack them. But the problem with attacking them is they've got a pretty deep bench too. So it's going to have to be 4 quarters of intense, ready to go type basketball in order for us to have a chance to win.
Well, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat with us tonight, and good luck.
All right, thank you.
Once again, that was head coach of the Red Devils, Brandon Gehring, giving us his thoughts on the season so far and what he expects to see at our Hoxie tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's starting lineups and tip-off between Oberlin and Hoxie right here on 101.1 KFNF, today's Best Country.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high-moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
There's absolutely no better way to start 2025 than beginning a rewarding career in the medical field with us at Decatur Health in Oberlin. We invite you to explore some incredible careers with us at Decatur Health. Opportunities exist in everything from plant ops to medical providers to therapy specialists to administrative and support staff. These are careers, not just jobs, particularly when you work with us at Decatur Health. There's nothing we enjoy more than watching someone's personal growth and career expansion. Check out the opportunities available at Decatur Health online at decaturhealth.org.
The Red Devils play here on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Back here from Hoxie, just about set and ready to go for our first matchup of the night on the girls' side of things between the Oberlin Red Devils and the Hoxie Indians. It is going to be a capacity crowd here tonight in Hoxie, as the home side anyway, pretty packed. Visiting side filling in a little bit as well, as not too far of a trip for those Oberlin fans to make. Just 30 minutes separates these two rivals, old Northwest Kansas League rivals, but as you know, Hoxie's been in the Mid-Continent League for a few years now. Oberlin's still in the Northwest Kansas League, but the rivalry is still there. But this is a place that Oberlin has had a tough time winning in over the last few years. Since 2007, the Lady Red Devils are just 23-27 against the Hoxie Indians. But since 2007, Hoxie's racked up some hardware as well, bringing home just a few state titles along that way as well, and some many successful winning seasons. So a lot of those teams that Oberlin had to go up against, very tough. But tonight, Brandon Gehring, like you heard, along with Easton Slipke, think this is going to be a very tough and top-tier game here kind of in northwest Kansas tonight, as Oberlin 6-3, Hoxie 7-1. Hoxie has kind of stayed right around that number 4, number 5 mark in the KBCA rankings there in Class 2A. They made it all the way to the state tournament last year with a 22-1 record, but ended up losing in the first round of the state tournament to Athena Riverside 42-38. It was a back-and-forth game down there in Dodge City, but couldn't come away with a win. Last year, the Indians started 14-0 before losing to Smith Center in the regular season 63-50, but avenged it in the Sub-State Championship, taking down the Lady Red 54-50. This year off to a 7-1 start. Their lone loss came in the semifinals of the Purple and Gold Tournament to Wichita County, who is currently ranked number 3 in the KBCA rankings in 2A. They lost to them in the semifinals 53-42. 7-1 Hoxie and 6-3 Oberlin. We'll have it coming up next here on 101.1 KFNF.
The First State Bank of Hoxie is ready, willing, and able to serve all your banking needs. Whether it's a checking or savings account, CDs, personal or farm loans, First State Bank of Hoxie can be your bank. They are large enough to serve you, but small enough to know you. And First State Bank of Hoxie is a proud supporter of the Hoxie Indians. Go fight, win with First State Bank of Hoxie, member FDIC.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency, next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
If you've tried everything to get rid of your warts, High Plains Podiatry offers innovative Swift microwave therapy. Swift is clean and unevasive to get rid of your warts, leaving no blisters or scarring. And it doesn't even need bandages. Move on from warts with amazingly effective wart removal technique from High Plains Podiatry. Call 345-3773 or visit highplainspodiatry.com.
Banking should be simple and convenient. With FNB Bank, it is. Whether online, by phone, or with a debit card, accessing your money has never been easier. Imagine managing your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go with just a few taps. FNB Bank in Oberlin, Kansas makes it all possible, ensuring you have control of your banking 24/7. Experience the convenience of modern banking with FNB Bank. Visit fnbbank.com today.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Quite the rivalry tonight here from Hoxie. It's the Oberlin Red Devils and the Hoxie Indians, and it's right here on 101.1 KFNF. And if you can hear, they are getting ready to do the starting lineups here. And if you've never been to the gym in Hoxie, let's just say it's pretty small, it's tight, and we're just kind of talking with a few people as well before the game, and it's just a small gym that everyone just feels so large out on the court. Just seems like you're right on top of the players, which gives it a very great hometown feel, and the Red Devils will try to look past that tonight, though, and try to come up with a huge upset win over the Hoxie Indians. Let's take you through our starting lineups. We'll start with the Hoxie Indians under head coach Easton Slipke. It's 5'5" senior Sophie Gordley, 5'10" senior Emily Bainter, 5'6" junior Avery Mock, 5'11" sophomore Kendall Ballman, and 5'6" junior Allie Gordley. Once again for the Indians, Gordley, Bainter, Mock, Ballman, and Gordley. For the Oberlin Red Devils under head coach Brandon Gehring, it's 5'10" junior Bradley Minnick, 5'10" senior Michaela Wasson, 5'8" sophomore Elsie Larson, 5'3" senior Jenna Fortin, and 5'6" sophomore Maria Rodriguez. Once again for Brandon Gehring's squad here tonight, it's Briley Minnick, Michaela Wasson, Elsie Larson, Jenna Fortin, and Maria Rodriguez. The Red Devils wearing the road reds tonight with a black stripe down the side. Lady Red Devils scripted out across the top and the bottom with the black numbers etched in white. The Indians wearing the white jerseys with the red numbers, red stripe down the side, the red numbers etched in black. Emily Bainter meeting up at center circle there with Briley Minnick here from Hoxie. Big game tonight. Hoxie, like I mentioned, has kind of stayed around that number 4, number 5 mark. Oberlin unranked and 181, but this would certainly add to their case here. And Hoxie wins the tip and starts with a basketball, but quickly a turnover on the other end, and Jenna Fortin will pick it up and bring it across the timeline, right to left. Throws over to Briley Minnick on the right wing. Briley, couple of dribbles up to the top of the key. Now just inside the volleyball line, throws over to Maria Rodriguez. Maria hits a backdoor cutting Jenna Fortin, who will lay it up and in for 2. Great start for the Red Devils as they take a 2-0 lead over the Indians here with 7:30 to go in the first quarter of play. So Hoxie turns it over on their first possession. Oberlin turns it into points. With the basketball on the left wing is Gorley. Swings it over. Long skip pass. 3 ball on the way here. In and out from the Indians. Backside a rebound. Emily Bainter puts it back up for 2. Misses that. And that rebound on the left low block brought down by Briley Minnick. She's with the run out. Right to left across the timeline. Stops at the right wing. Turns, spins a couple of times, gets it to Michaela Wasson above the top of the key over to Jenna Fortin in the left corner. Jenna with the basketball, using a screen, now throws it to Michaela, top of the key. Wasson over to the right wing, Elsie Larson driving, right baseline, over the rack, count the bucket and 1. And no, they're not going to give a call there as there was contact between her and Emily Bainter, but no call. And it's 4-0. Elsie Larson gives the Red Devils a 4-point lead with 6:42 to go. Quick into the corner, Emily Bainter driving, left baseline over to the rack, shoves her way past Michaela Watson and lays it up and in for 2. The 5'10 senior showing the experience there, makes it 4-2 with 6:29 to go. Red Devils going up against this Hoxie press for the first time tonight into the middle of the floor. No, they're going to call 10 seconds before the Red Devils can get it across, and it's the first turnover for Oberlin tonight with 6:24 to go here in the first quarter of play. 4-2. Red Devils in front by 2 points here, as the Indians will inbound in front of the Oberlin bench. Quickly to Emily Bainter in the right corner, working against the 1-3-1, tries to go through the trap, and instead almost loses the basketball to be tapped out of bounds by Elsie Larson up near the scorer's table, but it'll stay here with Hoxie, as they say, last touched by a red jersey. So it'll stay with the Indians. Sophie Gorley with the basketball, brings it across the timeline, throws over to the right wing here for Avery Mock. Long skip pass into Allie Gorley, driving, middle of the baseline, kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way, partially blocked there from Avery Mock. It lands out of bounds. They say last touched by the Red Devils. 6:06 to go in the first quarter. 4-2. Oberlin with the lead by 2 points. Lob pass up to the top of the key. Emily Bainter using a screen. Stopped in the middle of the lane. Kicks it back out. Still with the basketball are the Indians trying to get it back up to the top of the key. Gorley comes in to save it. That's Allie Gorley with the basketball. Dumps it off here to in the left short corner for Emily Bainter. She'll lose it, but gets it back with her own steal. Now finds a wide open Sophie Gorley underneath. She puts up a layup. Missed it on the right low block, and the Red Devils will come out with it. So turnovers either way there, but the Red Devils are finally able to get it. Briley Minnick taking it coast to coast, lays it up from the right low block, missed it. Rebound underneath, and by Allie Gorley, Avery Mock there, but they say she stepped on the baseline. It'll stay with the Red Devils as they'll go underneath their own hoop here. 5:35 to go in the first quarter of play. 4-2. Jenna Fortin with the basketball. Slams it against her hand. Looking to get the basketball inbounded. Gets it into Elsie Larson to the left corner. Larson in a little bit of a trap now, looking for a little bit of help, and has her pocket picked right there by Allie Gorley. The junior with a great steal right there. Brings it up the middle of the floor. Crosses over against Maria Rodriguez. Throws over to the left wing for Avery Mock. Mock with a long skip pass to Sophie Gorley. Down right lane line. Lays it up. Off glass. Missed it. Emily Bainter with a rebound underneath. Kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way. No. Bainter again almost comes up with a rebound, but it's knocked out of her hands. And here comes Jenna Fortin up the floor. Now to Elsie Larson right to left across the timeline. Up into the left corner. She's in trouble there. Trying to get it to Maria Rodriguez, and will finally draw a foul from the Hoxie Indians. Very physical game so far through the first almost 3 minutes of this contest. Oberlin matching the physicality a little bit, but is going to have to the whole game. They're wanting to come away with a win tonight. In the lead, 4-2 here with 5:01 to go in the first quarter of play. Jenna Fortin will inbound in front of the Hoxie bench. She'll be guarded by Emily Bainter there. Minnick gets it in here to Michaela Wasson on the left wing. Now back to Briley Minnick. Minnick above the volleyball line, driving it over to the right wing. Now swings it back to Michaela, over to Elsie Larson. Larson driving, left baseline of the rack, lays it off glass, and in for two. Elsie Larson with 4 points, and it gives the Red Devils a 6-2 lead, and Easton Slipke wants to talk things over. 4:44 to go in the first quarter. It's Oberlin 6, Hoxie 2, here on 101.1 KFNF.
Isn't it a great feeling of assurance when you have 100% insurance? This feeling can be yours on all your insurance. Whether it's business, rental, car, home, farm, health, or life insurance, the friendly folks at Hoxie State Insurance are your independent agents, so they can give you just the precise insurance at the lowest rate possible. Agent Shane, Clara Lou, Garrett, or Dustin will help you attain personal assurance with first-rate insurance. Hoxie State Insurance.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
6-2, Oberlin in front by 4 here with 4:44 left in the first quarter of play. Hoxie out of their own timeout will inbound across from their own bench, moving left to right across the timing strip. It'll be Avery Mock to bring it across the timeline. Throws it over to the right wing, extended here for the Indians with the basketball is Shippers. Shippers kicks it back out of the right corner for Ballman. Finds a cutting down the right lane line. Emily Bainter who will lay it up and in for two. 6-4, the 4-point lead back to 2. Red Devils going up against the press once again here from the Indians. They had a 10-second call this time. They're able to get it across the timeline. Fortin throws over to Briley Minnick. Briley to Elsie Larson. Wide open, right wing 3. Can't cash it home. Off back iron. Michaela Watson sticks her hand in there. Almost came with a rebound, but Kendall Ballman does. Back the other way come the Indians with the basketball as Cooper gets it into the middle of the high post there. Emily Bainter down right lane line, forcing her way in, and she'll be fouled ahead of the free throw line. And like I mentioned, through this beginning part of the game, it has been physical between each team. That foul will go against Elsie Larson, her first team foul number 1. Just one foul apiece from either team. They say it was on the floor there. I thought Emily Bainter behind the free throw line. Instead, Hoxie has underneath their own hoop, and they throw it all the way out just in time. Avery Mock now pulls up from 3, misses an off-back iron rebound, hands grabbing everywhere. Emily Bainter came down with it, but they say Elsie Larson forced enough of a jump ball to give it back to the Red Devils with 3:58 to go in the first quarter of play. 6-4, Red Devils in front by 2 here with 3:58 to go in the first quarter. Up out of the middle of the floor, taken away from behind almost by Cooper, but it falls into the hands of Briley Minnick. Now Jenna Fortin right to left across the far side of the floor and almost loses it as Shipper stuck her hand in there, but knocked it out of bounds, and the Red Devils will have it underneath their own hoop again with 3:49 to go with the first quarter of play. Jenna looking to get the basketball inbounded, lobs it up to Briley Minnick at the top of the key, over to Michaela Wasson on the left side of the top of the circle. Now gives it up, top of the key again for Briley Minnick over to the right corner for Jenna Fortin looking for the pick and roll. Back to Michaela, over to Elsie Larson on the left wing. Larson on the drive, left baseline, met there with a trap, throws it back to Michaela Wasson on the left wing, pulls up from 3. Michaela, no, long rebound, fought for, and we got a jump ball on the floor. Emily Bainter fell to the floor first. There was about 3 or 4 bodies from either team that went after that long rebound. Emily Bainter came out with it, but Maria Rodriguez was on top of her. Jump ball to go back to the Indians. Possession arrow will switch though. 3:24 to go with the first quarter of play. Red Devils with a 2-point lead. Cooper in the middle of the lane loses the basketball. Picked up by Bainter. Throws it back up top of the key. Shippers for 3. In and out. Rebound underneath. Cooper again goes up. Swatted underneath. I think that was Elsie Larson that got a piece of the ball, or Briley Minnick, one of the two. And they'll say it was last touched as it sneaks its way out of bounds by the Indians. And it'll go back to the Red Devils, so the Indians will set up that 2-2-1 press that is so lethal against teams. The Red Devils Already have a 10-second call against them today. Into the middle of the floor. That's not going to be there, but it tapped into the hands of Elsie Larson. Larson trying for a skip pass to Jenna Fortin, taken away by Emily Bainter. Up the floor to Eve Shippers, and Shippers down right lane line, fouled by Maria Rodriguez, and that was about her only option unless she wanted to allow a 2-point bucket to tie the game. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of play, and they say that foul was on the floor as well on Maria Rodriguez, her first. Jory Fortin is checked out of the contest for the Red Devils. Shippers to inbound, lobs it up to Bainter, just right out of the circle, throws over to just left of the circle. 3 ball on the way, Allie Gorley, that one's in and out. Emily Bainter with a rebound, she goes up, blocked from behind. Shippers picks it up, goes up for 2 on the right low block, and she missed that off the front iron. Bainter sneaks in to steal it away from the Red Devils, and a jump ball would be called again. So offensive rebounding for the Red Devils, that is going to be key here tonight. Can they stop that offensive rebound threat from the Indians? And the Indians get it back after that jump ball. Shippers with a lob pass over to Gorley on the left wing to the top of the key for Cooper. Trying to get it inside. It'll be taken away and stolen away by Jory Fortin. Fortin up the right side of the floor, right to left. Almost loses the ball. It's rolling around. Picked up by Jenna Fortin. Fortin just inside the volleyball line. Gives it off to Briley Minnick. Briley using a screen. Pick and roll to Michaela Watson down right lane line. Laid it up and missed it. Rebound out of the hands of Shippers. Shippers into the middle of the floor. Finds a wide open Kendall Bowman. She'll move to the right side and lay it up and in for 2, and we're knotted up at 6. 6-6 with 2:18 to go with the first quarter of play. Briley Minnick with the basketball over to Jory Fortin. Fortin finds Jenna. Jenna down right lane all over the rack. Going up against Kendall Ballman, and she will find a foul. And will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. I'm sure Jory Fortin with a great pass to her sister Jenna across the floor. There, right to left on the far side of the floor as we look at it. And Jenna Fortin at the free throw line here to break the 6-6 tie with 2:10 to go. First one of the way for Jenna is up and in. Jenna now with 3 points. 1 of 1 at that charity stripe. Came in 15 of 23 for 65%. Red Devils have a team, 62%. Jenna, second shot, missed it hard off the back iron. Allie Gorley comes up with a rebound. Gorley centers it up and will bring it across the timeline. 2:05 left first quarter. Over to Bainter, quickly inside. Ballman, but she'll lose it along the back baseline there and turn it over. And it'll go back here to the Red Devils. Mass wave of subs coming in for the Indians as Cooper remains out there, but everybody else is the starting 5 for the Indians here. Minnick throws it over to Jenna Fortin. Fortin on the near side, right to left across the timeline. Briley shoots it up to over to Jory Fortin. Jory looking backside to Maria Rodriguez. Last touch by Maria. It'll go out of bounds. Each team with 4 turnovers in the early going here. 1:49 left. First quarter, 7-6. Red Devils with a 1-point lead. It's been a heck of a game so far. Buckle up your seatbelts. It's going to be a wild ride to the finish, I think. Across the timeline, Mock throws it over to Gorley on the right wing, into the right corner here for Cooper. Back to Gorley, over to Mock, now to the left corner. 3 ball on the way, Allie Gorley in and out, halfway down, tapped around again, but it falls short. Emily Bainter with the offensive rebound to the right low block. She was trying to get it to Gorley at the top of the key, overshoots her. It'll go out of bounds and go back to the Red Devils. So 5th turnover for the Indians in the first quarter. They only have 6 points, 1:28 to go in the first quarter. 7-6, Red Devils with the basketball. Jory Fortin cuts across, gets the basketball on the right corner, driving, lays it up, and we got a foul that'll be called. Jory was about 6 feet underneath the basket and was still able to draw a foul there. As she laid it up looking like she was going to shoot a shot, Jory will inbound underneath the road hoop. The foul will go against Emma Schamberger, her first. Or no, they're going to talk about this again here. They signaled in number 4. Yeah, they're going to call it on white. Number 3, so that'll be on Avery Mock, her first. Team foul number 3 for the Indians in the quarter, 2 for the Red Devils. 7-6, 1:25 to go. Jenna Fortin checks into the contest once again. She'll inbound now underneath her own hoop. Jenna looking to get it in here. Lobs it up to Briley Minnick, who pulls up from 18 and hits. Briley Minnick with her momentum carrying her the other way. Scores her first bucket of the contest to give the Red Devils a 3-point lead at 9-6. Great shot by Briley. Over to the left wing here for Mock. Into the left corner for Allie Gorley. Gorley looking to skip it up top of the key. Jory Fortin comes up with a steal and will draw a foul. Jory Fortin doing everything down there in that far side corner, left to right, and she was able to draw the steal and turn it into a turnover. So Jory Fortin, that foul will go against Allie Gordley, one of the main scorers for the Indians. She'll have to take a seat here for a while as that's her second foul. Briley Minnick with the basketball, gets it into Jenna. Jenna back to Briley. Briley looking at the press, back to Jenna. Jenna up the near side, far side pass over to Jory Fortin on the right corner. Back to Briley at the top of the key, into the right corner. Elsie Larson for three, misses everything. Jenna trying to shove her hand in there, can't come up with a rebound. And then they'll say last touched by Jenna as it goes out of bounds, as Cooper was able to get it off just in time to Avery Mock, but Mock had trouble with it. But when Jenna went after it on the out-of-bounds line, she was the last one to touch it. So Avery Mock will bring it across the timeline, working at the 1-3-1 to the top of the key. Lob pass over to the top, here to Gordley, into the short corner for Kendall Ballman, out to Cooper. Cooper driving, left baseline, trying to wrap it around to Emily Bainter. It'll be tapped out of bounds underneath by Elsie Larson with 39.3 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. 9-6. Red Devils in front by 3 here over the Indians. Lob pass in here from Gordley into the right corner. Bainter on the drive, right baseline, pulls up for two, missed. But they'll say a foul comes in first on the floor with 36.1 ticks left here in the first quarter of play. And that foul will be on Jory Fortin, her first team foul, number 3 for the Red Devils here in the quarter. Looking to get it in. Now over to the left corner, Cooper for three for the tie. No, long rebound brought down by Maria Rodriguez. Rodriguez up to Jenna. Jenna down right lane line of the rack, and she'll be fouled as she heads up there, charging her way down the floor on the right lane line. Was fouled by Cooper and will head to the free throw line to shoot two with 28.2 seconds to go. Great job by Maria, taking the long rebound, putting her head down, getting a couple of great dribbles, and then dumping it off. So Jenna Fortin at the free throw line for 2 shots, 1 of 2 at the free throw line today. Make it 2 of 3. She drains the first and extends the Red Devil lead here to 10-6. 4-point game for the Red Devils. They can make it the largest lead of the night here with the made free throw, and she does. 5 points for Jenna, 11-6, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Over to Gordley. Gordley with a long skip pass over to the left wing. Now to Ballman in the left short corner. Finds a wide open Emily Bainter on the left low block. She'll put it in. She's got 6 points, 10-8. Working against the press, and it'll be a quick steal by Bainter. She finds it over to Cooper. Cooper down left lane line. She'll lose the ball. Rodriguez picks it up with 5 seconds to go. Jenna to Michaela Wasson in the middle of the floor. Back to Jenna. Jenna gets it to Maria Rodriguez, who throws it up, but no shot at the buzzer, and we head to the end of quarter number 1 here from Hoxie. It's been a thriller. After 1 quarter, it's Hoxie and Oberlin. Oberlin in front 11-8 here on 101.1 KFNF.
Forget the flashy ads and gimmicks. Farmers, you need fertilizer equipment you can trust. J.D. Skiles in Atwood, Kansas delivers what truly matters: integrity and innovation. From custom fertilizer trailers and pit stop chemical systems to liquid fertilizer systems, they've got it all. Need more efficient spraying equipment? They have the most innovative ATV and UTV sprayers available. No frills, just quality. Visit them online at jdskiles.com or 101 Grant Street in Atwood, Kansas today. J.D. Skiles, where farming meets excellence without compromise.
Nextech is proud to now offer social media monitoring from Bark, designed by parents for parents. Bark is a service that scans text messages, over 30 social media apps, and other online activity, keeping you informed and your child protected. With Bark from Nextech, parents get alerts for potential dangers easily and effortlessly. Interested in learning more? Visit next-tech.com/bark or call 877-625-7872.
Welcome back here from Hoxie. 1 quarter in the books, and the Red Devils leading the 5th-ranked Hoxie Indians 11-8. As we start quarter number 2, Red Devils with a basketball to start. Elsie Larson gets it across the timeline, brings it across right to left, almost has her pocket pick, picks it up right along the sideline there. Tough spot. Elsie trying to get it off and does to Jenna Fortin. Jenna with the basketball above the volleyball line, looking to get a screen, picks up the ball about 20 feet away from the basket. She's in trouble on her heels, gets it off to Briley Minnick. Briley with the basketball, crossing over, gets it off to Elsie Larson. Larson driving left baseline. Shipper sticks her hand in there again. And they're going to say it went off Shipper's last, so it'll stay with the Red Devils. It's been physical. It's been fast so far in the contest here tonight. 7:35 to go in the first half. 11-8. Red Devils by 3. Jenna Fortin looking to get the ball inbounded. Lobs it up over the top to Briley Minnick on the left wing. Briley with the basketball. Now centers it up between the rings. Briley looking to get it off to somebody. Throws it over to the left wing. Extended here for Jenna. Jenna almost losing the basketball. Now coming into pocket. Steal it away is Sophie Gorley. And Jenna, after she was going after it, stuck the feet out. Will get called for a trip she didn't mean to. But that foul will go against Jenna, her first team foul, number 1 for the Red Devils in the quarter. With the basketball, Avery Mock. Mock on the right wing, gives it off here to Shippers. Shippers, lob pass into the right corner for Bainter. Back to Shippers, top of the key 3. You betcha for Eve Shippers. She's got 3 points and knots us up at 11-11 here in quarter number 2. So 11-11. Here, 11-8, 11-11, excuse me, in quarter number 2. Riley Minnick gets it off to Jenna. Jenna with the basketball, feet inside the half-court circle, throws it over to the right wing. Elsie Larson looking to kick it back up, does to the top of the key here, over to Maria Rodriguez, over to Jenna. Jenna rejects the screen, drives left baseline, throws it up to Shelby Weigel, top of the key, over to Briley Minnick on the right wing. Briley wanting the screen, uses it, looks for the pick and roll, it's not there. Briley's now in trouble again. Briley on her heels, and looks like we got a timeout that'll be called. It'll be taken by Brandon Gehring. We'll take one with them. 6:31 left, first half, 11-11 here on 101.1 KFNF.
Nutrient Ag Solutions, they believe in the 4 R's. 1, the right kinds of fertilizer and chemical to apply. 2, the right time to apply fertilizer and chemicals. 3, the right amount of fertilizer and chemical to use. And 4, the right place to apply fertilizer and chemical. Stop by Nutrient Ag Solutions and sharpen up your 4 R's before planting season arrives. They will be glad to work the 4 R's into your farming program. That's Nutrient Ag Solutions, just west of Hoxie, where they sell fertilizer, buy, specialize, and service.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So the Indians have tied it up at 11-11. Hoxie has never led in the contest, and Oberlin trying to keep it that way. Wasson with the ball on the right wing, gets it off. Briley Minnick driving, right baseline, all over the right low block. Kicked it back out to Michaela, over to Maria Rodriguez, back inside, Briley Minnick, and they'll get called. Emily Bainter will get called for reaching around, trying to stop the inbounds pass there to Briley from the wing. Maria tried to get it into her. 6:23 to go in the quarter. The foul will go against Emily Bainter, her first, team foul number 1. Up to the high post here for Briley after the inbounds play. Over to Elsie Larson. Larson in the left corner, gets back to Briley on the left wing. Briley with the basketball, a couple of dribbles over to the left wing. Elsie Larson driving, left baseline over the rack. Blocked by Shippers, picked up by Gorley, and the long pass up in front, long skip pass in the middle of the floor, swatted away by Maria Rodriguez, trying to track it down in the right corner. They'll say last touched by Maria. Sophie Gorley was running down there looking for it. The Red Devils trying to make an argument that they weren't the last ones to touch it, but it was 6:02 to go in the second quarter. Hoxie will inbound basically from the corner of the floor, moving left to right across the timeline, nearest and closest to the Oberlin Red Devil bench. So it'll be Gorley to inbound. Lob pass over to the top. Gets it in here to Ballman. Back to Gorley on the right wing. Gorley driving. Trying to get it up to Bainter. Top of the key. Almost has her pocket picked. Gets it back. Throws it back out to Gorley. Gorley with a long skip pass. Gets it inside there. Almost losing it along the baseline is Shippers. Now Shippers trying to throw it back. Rodriguez sticks her hand in there. Jenna Fortin is on the floor, and we got a jump ball. As Shippers almost lost it along the baseline. Tried to throw it back to the top of the key. Almost lost it there. 5:47 to go in the second quarter of play. Hoxie with the ball. Lob pass into the left wing here for Gorley. And Gorley almost traveled with it. Now Ballman driving right baseline. Gets it into the right low block. And Emily Bainter turns, spins, puts it up for 2. No, it was a great move by Emily there on the left low block. Spun over the right shoulder but couldn't get it to drop. Back the other way. Elsie Larson with the basketball on the left wing. Throws it to Jenna above the volleyball line. 5:25 to go into the high post for Michaela Wasson. Wasson directing traffic there from the high post. Gets it off to Briley Minnick. Briley with the basketball. Left wing extended. Briley driving. Left baseline. Nowhere to go. Throws it back out to Michaela. Michaela sets a screen for Briley. Briley pulls up. Long range three. In and out. Rebound brought down by Shippers. But then Elsie Larson will force a jump ball. And it'll stay with the Indians on their side. With the Red Devils on their side of the floor. So great job right there by Elsie forcing the jump ball. Jenna Fortin will inbound underneath her own hoop. 5:06 left first half. Looking to get it in. Wide open to the backside. Briley turns, spins over the left shoulder. Put it up too short. Rebound by Emily Bainter on the air ball. Bainter left to right across the timeline up the near side. Shoots it to Shippers in the right corner. Now back up top of the key for Gorley to Bainter. Long skip pass out. 3-ball on the way. Nothing there on the backside for Gorley. That was Mock that got it to her with a long skip pass. Shippers going after the rebound, taps it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Red Devils with 4:50 to go in the first half. 11-11 our score. Red Devils yet to score the second quarter, but up 11 in that first quarter. 5 from Jenna Fortin, 4 from Elsie Larson, 2 from Briley Minnick. 4:50 to go in the first half of play. Red Devils looking at that 2-2-1 press now. Long pass across the floor to Elsie Larson. Back to Briley Minnick. Over to Jenna. Jenna takes one dribble. Gets into the middle of the floor for Michaela Watson. Michaela lets everyone clear out. Gets it out. Jenna Fortin, long range three. In and out. Rebound to the right low block. Is thrown back in play. Briley Minnick gets it and lays it up and in for 2. Briley at the right place at the right time. Makes it 13-11 and now she's got 4 points. 13-11. Red Devils lead with 4:20 to go. Bach with the basketball. Throws over to Gordley in the right corner. Into Emily Bainter. Dumps it off to Bowman underneath. She'll be fouled underneath there. Great offensive set right there by the Indians. Working against that 1-3-1 zone. And the foul will go against Jenny Fortin. So the Red Devils on that end, it was an Indian that saved it in play. As Ballman's at the free throw line for her first shot. It's up and off the mark. Kendall Ballman, 0 for 1 out of the free throw line, but Indians saved it. It went off of the chest of Elsie Larson, right into the hands of Briley, and then Briley went from underneath the hoop and just laid it up as a reverse layup and got it to go. 13-11, Red Devils by 2. Ballman's second free throw on the way. It's up and in. 13-12, Kendall Ballman now, 1 of 2 with the charity stripe, and has got 3 points. Jenna Fortin, Briley Minnick, now to Jory Fortin. Jory working to break the press. Long pass ahead to Jenna, and it carries her towards the sideline, off her hands, out of bounds. So a 13-12 lead remains for the Red Devils, but they give it back to the Indians with 4:05 to go in the first half of play. It has been a dogfight, physical, very fast game so far through the early going. Allie Gordley with the basketball, gets it off to Mock into the high post for Emily Bainter. Bainter, couple of dribbles, and she will draw a foul from Briley Minnick there, just inside the arc. So that'll be Briley's first foul. Team foul number 3 for the Red Devils in the quarter. Got to be careful from here on out. 3:58 to go in the first half. Maria Rodriguez will check out of the contest along with Michaela Watson. 3:58 left first half, 13-12. Red Devils lead by 1. Gorley lob pass up to Bainter at the top of the key. Bainter trying to cross over, and Maria Rodriguez almost picked her pocket. Now she throws it out. 3-ball on the way for Avery Mock on the left wing. No. Backside of rebound, tapped around, brought down by Allie Gorley. Gorley pulls it out of the right wing to Ballman. Skip pass into the left corner. 3-ball from Cooper there. No. Backside of rebound, brought down by Bainter. She goes up for 2 and will be fouled. That's Kendall Ballman doing the work on the offensive glass, and she'll head back to the free throw line for another 2 shots. So the Red Devils got a lot of outside shot looks there, but none of them fell from the Indians, but just couldn't come with a rebound. The foul goes against Michaela Watson, her first, team foul number 4 for the Red Devils in the quarter. Ballman misses the first free throw. She's now 1 of 3 from the charity stripe. 13-12, 3:39 to go in the first half. Red Devils in front by 1. Second one on the way. It's up and in. So Ballman now with 4 points, 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. We're knotted up at 13 apiece. Jenna carrying her towards the right sideline, almost stepped out of bounds, and Brandon Gehring wants a timeout. We will take one with them. 3:31 to go in the first half. It's 13-13 here on 101.1 KFNF.
The hallmark of a trusted service center is comfort that lasts all year. Arnhem Service Center in downtown Oberlin offers Tempstar Ion System gas furnaces that ensure your home to stay warm all winter long, and Ion System air conditioners to help keep you cool in the summer. How do they do it? With variable speed blower motors that manage humidity and temperature seamlessly. Experience whole home comfort like never before. Discover more. Stop by Arnhem Service Center in downtown Oberlin.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Hoxie in this loud, small gym environment. The Red Devils are hanging tough with the number 5th ranked team in the state in Class 2A. It's 13-13 with 3:31 to go in the first half of play. And the Red Devils will have it, moving right to left across the timeline out of their own timeout. Jenna throws it over to the right wing for Elsie Larson. Back to Michaela Wasson at the top of the key with her feet on the volleyball line. Michaela surveying the defense, trying to get it back to Briley Minnick. And it'll be stolen away by Emily Bainter. And now Bainter on her knees, and Easton Slipke will call a timeout. We'll keep it right here, 3:15 to go. Great job by Easton Slipke, recognizing his star player was on the floor in desperation there. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here tonight of Aqua Shield Roofing, Bainter Oil, Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Decatur Co-op, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, First State Bank of Hoxie, FNB Bank of Oberlin, and Frederickson Insurance Agency, along with Equity Bank. And can't forget to mention our great proud sponsor, Hoxwell Motors, for giving us the drive to the game here tonight. A very nice Dodge pickup, only 107,000 miles on it. Contact Joel Hoxwell if you want more information about it. They're along B Street there in McCook. Big thank you to Joel and all the staff down there for giving us the drive to the game here tonight. Across the timeline, out of the timeout. Allie Gorley with the ball. DeMock at the top of the key. Back to Allie Gorley. Gorley skips through a defender. Now lays up a layup there. Missed it. Emily Bainter with a rebound. That was a floater. The word I was trying to say from Allie Gorley, as over-committing to the pass there was a Red Devil. She went around that, laid up a floater, missed it. Emily Bainter came down with a rebound, went back up for two, and got fouled. The foul is against Briley Minnick, and that is her second foul. And Emily Bainter's first free throw is up and off the mark. So Emily, who leads the team in scoring and a rebound with 6 points here tonight. 13-13, second one of the way, no. Rebound brought down by Briley Minnick. Couple of big missed free throws right there from Briley Minnick, but it turns into a turnover there from the Red Devils. 6 turnovers for the Red Devils, 7 for the Indians. 7 for the Red Devils, 7 for the Indians. With the basketball, right corner, 3 on the way, off front iron, backside rebound though, brought down by Emily Bainter, try to get it into Cooper there on the right low block, and it'll be tapped out of bounds, but they say last touched by the Indians. So a turnover there for Hoxie, and it'll go back to Oberlin. Oberlin looking at the press here. Briley Minnick in the middle of the floor. Now to the near side. Gets it into the middle of the floor for Michaela Wasson. Michaela gets it off to Elsie. Elsie to Maria Rodriguez. Left corner 3. No. Long rebound brought down by Cooper. And Cooper gets it out here to Mock. Mock with a long skip pass ahead. All the way down the floor. Allie Gorley sneaks past the defense and takes it in for 2 to give Hoxie their first lead of the contest at 15-13 with 2:15 to go. Gets it off to Maria Rodriguez. Does Elsie break in the press up the near side right to left. And Maria will draw a foul from the Indians there with 2:12 to go in the second quarter. The foul will go against Allie Gorley, and that is going to be her third foul. So Allie Gorley, who just gave the Indians the lead for the first time tonight, will now have to head back to the bench with her third foul. Briley Minnick to inbound in front of the Hoxie bench, throws it over to Jenna Fortin. Fortin with the basketball inside the circle. Now looking to use a double screen here. Goes off of it to the right side, gets it back to Maria at the top of the key. Over to Jenna on the right side of the circle, directing traffic. Gets it off to Michaela Wasson at the top of the key, above the volleyball line. Michaela throws it over to Jenna Fortin on the right wing. Jenna using a screen, looking to run the pick and roll. It wasn't there. Jenna in trouble, gets it inside to Michaela Wasson, back out to Jenna Fortin. Jenna driving, right baseline, pulls up from 5 feet, can't get the roll. Briley Minnick sticks her hand in there, and instead we will have a foul as she stuck her hand in there and it went out of bounds. Briley doesn't like the call. I don't know about it as well. But that's going to turn into 2 shots here for the Indians and give them a chance to extend this 2-point lead with 1:43 to go. The Red Devils with just 2 points in this second quarter compared to 7 from the Indians. And now Sophie Gordley, the 5'5 senior, led at the free throw line. No points so far in tonight's contest. So Gordley at the free throw line here to shoot a pair. In the bonus is Hoxie, and that first shot is up and off the mark. And that was Briley. Minute call for the foul, so that's her third foul as well. And Briley will have to check out for the next 1:43. But Gordley missed the free throw, and now she's back there again. Still 15-13 Hoxie with 1:43 left in the first half. Gordley's second free throw up and in. So make it 16-13 as the largest lead of the night for the Indians continues to grow. Brandon Gehring wants a timeout. We'll take one with them. 1:42 left, first half. It's Hoxie 16, Oberlin 13 here on 101.1 KFNF.
Where hometown charm meets fresh market dreams. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin is a feast for the senses. Hand-picked produce, sizzling steaks, and hearty roasts await your dinner table. Quality soars in every aisle. And when the lunch bell rings, their deli dishes out delights that'll turn your midday meal into a culinary escape on select days. See store for details. Shopping at Ray's is a breeze, leaving the heavy lifting to them as they escort your groceries right to your car. Experience the difference at Ray's Grocery. Fresh, friendly, and always local. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
1:42 left here in the first half. 16-13, Indians in front. Red Devils break the press with ease this time. Jenna Fortin finds a wide open Jory Fortin for 3 from the top of the key. Off front iron. Cooper runs it down. Almost has her pocket picked by Jory, and she'll hang around. Gets it off to Emily Bainter, though. Bainter brings it across the timeline to the far side of the floor. Left to right, throws it over. Wide open 3 in the left corner. In and out. It was halfway down there for Mock. Michaela Wasson comes down with a rebound. Jory Fortin's in trouble. Stolen away by Mock, and Fortin will tap it out of bounds to save a wide open layup. So a turnover leads to a turnover, and it's 16-13, 1:12 left here in this first half. Hoxie with the ball underneath their own hoop. It's Gordley to inbound, gets it up at the top of the key to Cooper, who takes 2 steps inside, misses the 18-foot jump shot. Maria Rodriguez running down the right side, all over to the rack, blocked from behind by Emily Bainter. And Emily running coast to coast to run down that block. Did a great job instead of, going with a little bit of the body. Just moved her way out, used her length, and was able to block it from behind. 1:03 left in the first half. Red Devils have it underneath their own hoop. Jenna Fortin looking to get it inbounded. Jenna still looking wide open. Maria Rodriguez up for 2. Blocked again. And now we got a foul underneath. And this is going to be called on Hoxie. With 1 minute left in the first half, exactly 1 minute, 1-0-0 on the clock. So Michaela doing a great job holding her box out underneath, and she drew that foul from Carly Cooper. That'll be her second foul. Looking to get it in is Jenna, still looking. Tries to get in number 2. Michaela Watson will be stolen away underneath there by Mock. Mock taking it up the middle of the floor, dumps it off to Kendall Ballman in the lane. Finds Emily Bainter, right low block, and she'll lay it up and in for 2. So turning turnovers into points. That's what Hoxie does in the middle of the floor for Michaela Watson. Michaela looking for a little bit of help here on the ensuing out-of-bounds play. 18-13. 5-point game. Jenna Fortin for 3. Banks it home! The bank is open for Jenna Fortin. A huge 3, the first for the Red Devils tonight, and it makes it 18-16 with 28 seconds to go. And Elsie Larson will come up with a steal. Elsie gets it off to Jory, back to Elsie, up the near side. Elsie taking it all the way down into the right corner, left corner, she stopped there, pulls it back out to the top of the key, almost traveled with the ball. Now she's in trouble, looking for a little bit of help, gets it out to Michaela Wasson. 18-16, 8 seconds to go. Stolen away by Sophie Gordley on the cross-court pass. Gordley weaving, kicks it out. Mock at the buzzer, off the mark. Bainter saves it, goes up for 2, but that won't fall. And we head to the locker rooms after a fast, physical first half between 2 rivals. It is 18-16. Hoxie in front. This is Oberlin Red Devil basketball on 101.1 KFNF.
A hard
hard-working industry built by a labor of love, blood, sweat, and tears. An industry that is constantly changing at an increasing rate with not enough hours in the day. Nutrien Ag Solutions is here to help carry the burden by offering multiple financing options, in-depth soil health and productivity analysis, field-by-field seed recommendations, and industry-leading services. Nutrien, working smarter and harder. Contact your local Nutrien today.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just...
Hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank...
Hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and ShareJack purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits it into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.1% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
Sneezes, sniffles, or seasonal blues. It might seem like a small bother, but right now at Ward Drug in Oberlin, it's the perfect time to get your vaccinations. Protect yourself and your loved ones with their comprehensive range of vaccines. As an independently owned pharmacy, Ward Drug offers personalized care you can trust. Don't wait for the next wave of germs to hit. Your health is your wealth at Ward Drug. Visit warddrugstore.com or call them at 785-475-2285.
Have you heard these 3 rules of nature? Rule number 1, weather always wins. Rule number 2, sometimes weather plays rough. Drought, freeze, flood, hail, lightning, high winds, they can all ruin your crop and your livelihood. And rule number 3, multi-peril and crop hail insurance from Watkins Insurance in Hoxie. Visit Dan and Steve at Watkins Insurance soon. They can show you a multi-peril crop insurance plan that puts you and nature on a level playing field. That's right, individual protection plans from Watkins, such as RP and YP. Watkins Insurance, an equal opportunity provider. Wolfter Pump and Well Incorporated of Hoxie is your state licensed Kansas Water Well Association member. They can help you with all your water needs. They service and drill stock wells, domestic wells, environmental wells, and irrigation wells. Let them handle all your water maintenance problems, from drilling to water pump installation. They will do it all. Give Wolfter Pump and Well a call today, 785-675-3991, or stop in and visit them on Highway 24 in Hoxie.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Hoxie in this loud, tough environment. The Red Devils are hanging tough with one of the best teams in the state in the Hoxie Indians as we are at the break, 18-16. Hoxie Indians in front over your Oberlin Lady Red Devils. Take you through your first half numbers. We'll start with Hoxie and Coach Slipke's squad. After a tough first quarter, rebounded for a very good second quarter. Sophie Gordley has 1 point. Emily Bainter with 8 points. 3 points from Eve Shippers, 4 from Kendall Ballman, and 2 from Allie Gordley. The Indians go 3 of 8 from the charity stripe and commit 10 turnovers. The Oberlin Red Devils individually 4 points from Briley Minnick, 4 from Elsie Larson, 8 from Jenna Fortin. They commit 10 turnovers and go 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. It was Oberlin after one quarter, 11-8, but Hoxie outscores Oberlin 10-5 in the second quarter for an 18-16 halftime lead. It's been fast, it's been physical, it's been everything and more. This game had a lot of hype coming into it, and it has lived up to that and then some, as Oberlin tried to prove they can hang with the big boys tonight, and they are showing that they can, hanging tough with one of the best teams in the state. And Hoxie, who was pretty turnover happy in the first quarter, settled it down, and that's where they were able to kind of make some progress there. Oberlin, though, has been doing a great job not committing too many turnovers themselves. Just 10 in the first half. half, which I know might seem like a lot, but not too many of them have come on that press from Hoxie. Oberlin's been able to break it. We'll see if Coach Slipke wants to continue that or if he wants to maybe back it off, make Oberlin actually run kind of a offense, because in the half-court setting, Hoxie has kind of dominated on that defensive side, but so was Oberlin. The defensive intensity tonight between these two teams has been huge, and like I said, it has been physical from the first whistle until this last whistle before half, and that's how I expect the second half. Something to watch here in this second half. Briley Minnick in foul trouble for the Red Devils. She has 3 here at the break. She does get 2 in the second half, but look for her to maybe not be as aggressive, which could be huge for the Red Devils. But knowing Briley, I don't think she's going to stop being as aggressive as she is. She's just going to know how to play with 3 fouls. Same thing for the Indians. Allie Gorley, one of the main scorers for the Indians, has got 3 here at the break as well. So look for those two to maybe, I don't know, they'll probably contribute just about the same, and we won't see any difference now that I bring it up, but both of them with 3 fouls at the break, so it'll certainly be interesting to see what halftime adjustments Brandon Gehring, I'm sure, going to try to look to maybe get a little bit better in the half-court setting. It seems like when Oberlin's got it there, they've turned it over, and it's led to some buckets, and those runaway buckets is something, like Brandon Gehring says, against good teams, you cannot give those up, and the Red Devils, though, on the defensive side, have done just amazing as well. So we are at the break between these two heavyweights. It's 18-16, Hoxie in front by 2 here on 101.1 KFNF.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
AquaShield Roofing not only offers roofing for residential and business, but siding, guttering, insulation, windows and doors, construction and remodeling too. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call, 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Major Oil and Hoxie will deliver bulk fuel right to your door or farm. Farm diesel, highway diesel, gas or propane. Also oils from quarts to totes up to 275 gallon. Major Oil has been servicing Northwest Kansas for over 40 years. Give them a call today at 785-675-3903. That's 785-675-3903. Or stop by Major Oil in downtown Hoxie. You'll be glad you did.
Creative Collision in Oberlin reminds you, when involved in an accident, the insurance company will pay for towing to the shop of your choice within a reasonable distance. Not the closest shop available. No law requires you to get more than one estimate. You choose the shop and authorize the repairs. Remember, your car, your choice. Creative Collision, Oberlin's choice body shop for all your collision and restoration services. Call them at 785-470-2130 or stop by at 1843 Highway 83 in Oberlin.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Culligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Culligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
It's costing more and more to fill up your gas tank these days. When you pay at the pump at Decatur Co-op, you pay less, and you don't have to be a member to enjoy great competitive rates. Decatur Co-op has pay at the pump in Lenora, Jennings, Oberlin, and Herndon, Kansas, along with Danbury, Nebraska. Plus, you don't have to worry about whether it's cash or credit. All prices are the same, and Decatur Co-op accepts all major credit cards and the Decatur Co-op Association card. Next time, fill up at Decatur Co-op.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community-driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or at one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high-moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Hoxie, just about ready to start our second half of action. It's been a heavyweight duel between these two, Hoxie and Oberlin, and Maria Rodriguez almost comes up with a steal right away. Now Sophie Gordley picks it up, throws it to Emily Bainter, long pass out to Mock. Mock driving left baseline, throws it off the side of the backboard. Bradley Minnick comes down with the ball, throws it ahead to Maria Rodriguez. Rodriguez to the rack, and she'll lay it up and in for two, and we're tied. 18 apiece, and just like that, the Red Devils are right back in it with 7:36 to go here in the quarter. Three ball on the way for Eve Shippers to respond. Bradley Minnick with a backside rebound on the left low block, but as it swiped away, and turning it into two herself will be Avery Mock. So make it 20-18. Avery Mock with her first 2 points of the game on the steal there from Briley. Just took it out from right behind. Briley with the basketball, takes it over to the right wing and almost has it stolen away there. 20-18, Hoxie in front, 7:06 to go in the third quarter of play. The foul will go against Emily Bainter there. That's her second. Larson with the basketball along the sideline, now dribbles it over to the far side, left to right as we look at it. And Michaela Watson almost loses the basketball through her hands, regains it, gets it off to Briley Minnick. Briley using a screen from Maria, throws over to Michaela, above the volleyball line at the top of the key. Throws over to the left wing for Jenna Fortin. Jenna takes one dribble, wanted to shoot the three, but doesn't. Now she's needing a little bit of help here. Jenna will hand it off to Briley Minnick. Briley has it skip off her knee. She's able to get it right before it touches half court. Hands it back off to Elsie Larson. Larson with the basketball on the right wing. Crosses over, was wanting to run the pick and roll. Gets it back to Michaela Watson above the volleyball line here at the top of the key. Michaela wanting to drive, and she'll draw a foul from Kendall Bowman about 25 feet away from the basket with 6:28 to go in the third quarter. So that foul will go against Kendall Bowman. That'll be her second. Team foul number 2 for the Indians in the quarter. Lob pass inside of Michaela Wasson over on the right wing. Dumps it off to Jenna Fortin. Fortin with the basketball, using a screen. Now we'll center it up between the rings at the top of the key. Uses that screen again, tries to get it off, and instead we'll call Briley Minnick for a moving screen. And that's going to be her fourth foul, folks, with 6:18 to go. So this is certainly going to be interesting as Briley might have to check out here. And she is going to. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Leading scorer for the Red Devils, Briley Minnick, has checked out of the contest with the 4 fouls. Mark that down. This is going to be huge for the Red Devils. Got to find a way to score without her, though. Shippers throws it over the right wing, extended here. Now to the right corner. Jory Fortin almost tapped it away. That was Gordley trying to get it right to Shippers quickly, but couldn't. Now Gordley across from her own bench, will inbound, gets it into Bainter. Bainter in the right corner, wanting to drive, pulls it back out, gets it into the high post for Shippers, who throws it back around. 3 ball on the way for Mock. Off long rebound, brought down by Emily Bainter, goes up for 2. Readjusted in midair, count the bucket and 1. And now we get a flop warning that is going to be called on somebody here. I have not seen that ever called in high school. So a flop warning has been called, I think, on Jory Fortin. 5:57 to go, 22-18. Emily Bainter now with 10 points. I have never seen that called in high school basketball. 5:57 to go here in the third quarter, 22-18. Elsie Larson will inbound, looking at the pressure here. Larson in the middle of the floor, gets it up to Jory on the far side, left to right. Jory with a long pass over to Jenna. Jenna gets into the right corner. Shot on the way for Maria Rodriguez, misses everything. Jory sliding in and cramming her head along in. Man, hopefully everybody's okay as they crashed into each other. Her and Gordley right along that right short corner baseline, left short corner baseline. And The foul will go against Jory Fortin, so Jory's now got 3 fouls. And it goes back to Hoxie. So Hoxie back with the basketball. Mock throws it over to Shippers. Shippers almost loses it. And there's going to be Shippers was going after it along with Jenna. And they both go crashing to the floor, but they say it was last touched by Jenna. So Gordley will inbound underneath their own hoop. Gordley will inbound underneath, just to the left of her own bench. Gets it into Shippers. Over to Bainter on the right wing. Long skip pass over to Mock. Mock driving inside looking. Kicks it back out to Shippers. Shippers along the half-court line. Throws it over to Bainter just above the volleyball line. Bainter wanting to drive. Still with the basketball. Looking. Goes with a bounce pass to Shippers on the left wing. Back to Bainter at the top of the key. Bainter takes one dribble. Throws over to the right wing for Gordley. Gordley trying to bank home a 3. She can't. Bainter with a rebound there on the left low block, and she'll draw a foul for Maria Rodriguez. The offensive rebounding for the Red Devils, it's just been all Emily Bainter going after every offensive rebound that she can, and she's been getting a lot of them. That's the second on Maria. 22-18, Hoxie leads by 4. They inbound from underneath their own bench. Bainter will get it on a lob pass to her, drives it in between 2 defenders, down the right lane line, up for 2. She missed it, and now, oh no, down on the floor. Hopefully she's going to be okay. As Emily Bainter, she's holding her shin. She came crashing in to a couple of different Red Devils. I wonder if her leg just crashed into one of a Red Devil defender's legs as she split a double team to get there. Carly Cooper will check in. Did have a foul called there against Eve Shippers. Looks like Emily's going to be okay. She hobbled her way to the bench, and I think her leg just came crashing into a leg of an Oberlin defender, and it was right on the shin, and there's not a lot of meat there, obviously, and so that one hurt. Looking to get it in, they do here to Jory. Oberlin with the basketball, left to right across the timeline. Jory at the top of the key, dribbling around, gets it off to Elsie Larson on the left wing. Larson using a screen, stops at the top of the key, and she'll be shoved right up top there by Carly Cooper that was trying to go after a steal. So that'll be the 3rd foul on Cooper, the 4th on the Indians in the quarter. 4:51 to go in the 3rd, 22-18. Low-scoring affair, certainly. Jory Fortin with the basketball above the volleyball line at the top of the key, guarded by Cooper, trying to throw it back, and instead she'll travel with it. 12th turnover for the Red Devils. 22-18, 4:46 left here in the 3rd quarter. With the basketball above the volleyball line, dumping it off with a bounce pass, long skip pass over to Shippers. Shippers on the drive in the middle of the lane, throws it back out here. 3 ball dialed up on the way, off back iron there. That was Mock on the 3. Larson with the basketball, in trouble. Is able to get it off to Jenna Forden with a long skip pass to Jory. Jory driving, left baseline, all the way to the rack, laid it up. It was too soft, went off the bottom of the backboard. Now the push ahead to Shippers, dumps it off here to Mock. Mock on the left low block, kicks it back out to Gordley, to the top of the key. Bowman for 3, can't get the bank. Rebound, Elsie Larson, but taken away by Shippers. The floater from her, no. Cooper with the offensive board. She goes up for 2 and is fouled, and will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. So a lot of action there, but not a lot of results from either team. And that foul will go against Elsie Larson, her 2nd. Team foul number 4 for the Red Devils in the quarter, 4:08 left. First one on the way, it's up and will rattle home here for Carly Cooper, the sophomore. 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and makes it 23-18. Second one up, drops home after touching the back iron. 24-18. Carly Cooper, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 points for her. Red Devils looking to break the press. They got to get moving here a little bit. Jory will race it up the near side, left to right across the timeline. Goes with a great reverse pivot, finds Elsie Larson wide open, takes it inside the arc, gets it out to Jory. Jory inside. Michaela Watson turns, spins over the right shoulder, and puts it in for 2 with a great post move. The senior with her first 2 points of the night cuts the lead down to 4, 24-20. With the basketball into the right corner. Now back up to the right wing. 3 ball on the way for Gordley. No, Cooper lost it, but they say last touched by Cooper. Fortin touched it after it touched the out-of-bounds line. She got lucky there because that could have went the other way. But it'll stay here with the Red Devils, left to right across the timeline as they work. They look at that 2-2-1 press that is so deadly from the Indians. Fortin with the basketball on the far side of the floor, crosses over, gets it off to Elsie, back to Jory. Jory racing it up in the middle of the floor, finds a wide open Jenna Fortin who pulls up from 18 feet and can't get it to go, but we got a foul, and a push will be called underneath the hoop. And Brandon Gehring's not liking the call. The ball was halfway down for Jenna, but it didn't go through. It would have been interesting to see if the shot would have counted there, as they called the foul when the ball was rattling around the rim. But the foul will go against Michaela Wasson, her second, and it sends Hoxie to the free throw line with 3:25 to go with the third quarter. It's Gordley, Allie Gordley at the free throw line. Her first one is up and in. So 3 points for Allie Gordley now, one of the free throw line, 25-20. Man, Red Devils really could have used that bucket there from Jenna. But Michaela fighting for the rebound, called for a foul. One shot remaining here for Allie Gordley. Made the first and makes the second. So free throws, kind of maybe a key at the half there, just 3 of 8 of the break. And they've come out hot in the second half, trying to get it inside. And Michaela was Maria Rodriguez. She's able to get it back, though. Throws it up to Elsie Larson at the top of the key, into the high post for Michaela. She'll draw a foul from behind. 26-20, Hoxie with a 6-point lead, 3:12 to go in the third quarter of play. And so the foul will go against Macy Juneman. I don't know if that's right. But Macy Juneman called for the foul. First one is on the way and off the mark there for Michaela Wasson. So tough miss for Michaela. 62% free throw shooter, 16 of 26 before that first miss. Second one of the way for Michaela. It's up and in and out. Was halfway down but didn't want to go. Ballman with a rebound. Gets it off to Allie Gordley. Gordley racing it up the middle of the floor. Crosses over. Looking to get it ahead. Just barely does here. Inside to Mock, who tries to get it inside there to Juneman. It'll be stolen away from behind. Picked back up by Mack. Long range three for Cooper. That one will go off the backside and right out of the hands of an awaiting Mock there. Now Gordley from long range on the left wing. No. Long rebound brought down on the right low block by Elsie Larson. Larson up the middle of the floor. Larson needs some help. Gets it off to Jory. Jory with the basketball on the right wing. Dumps it off to the right corner for Jenna Fortin. Fortin with the basketball on the right wing. Jenna gets it off to Maria Rodriguez in the right corner. Rodriguez throws it up to Elsie Larson. Larson driving down left lane line. Throws up the shot. Fouled and will head the free throw line to shoot 2. So the foul will go against Carly Cooper. And that is going to be her 4th foul. And team foul number 5 for Hoxie plus in the game. In the quarter, 2:31 left, third quarter, 26-20. And it's Elsie Larson, the free throw line. First one up for her, off the mark. So the Red Devils, who have been so good at free throws this season, now here in the third quarter, when they need them the most, 0 for 3. Second one on the way for Elsie. Make that 0 for 4 as Elsie misses that one. Gordley comes down with a rebound. Gordley guarded heavily by Rodriguez. Racing it up the near side, and it'll be stolen away. Rodriguez to Jenna. Jenna down right lane line to the rack, lays it up, and we got a foul. A charge will be called. The Red Devil faithful not liking it. Hoxie faithful love it. And so that was Maria Rodriguez, I think, trying to create the lane for Jenna to shoot the layup in, and she's called for the foul. So Jenna was the one that shot the layup, but the foul goes against Maria Rodriguez. Up the middle of the floor, across the timeline is Mock. Throws over to Shippers, right wing extended, back to Allie Gordley on the left wing extended. Long pass, almost swatted away there from Elsie Larson. But it'll stay with Hoxie. So they'll inbound across from their own bench. 2:08 left, third quarter. 26-20. Hoxie with the ball. Shippers at the top of the key. Takes a hard dribble. Throws over to the left wing into the high post. Ballman one dribble. Tries to go between Michaela Wasson and Elsie Larson and will draw a foul from one of the two. They're going to say it was on Elsie, and that'll be her 3rd. So the Red Devils and Hoxie both in a little bit of trouble here. with some fouls. 2:02 left, third quarter. First one on the way for Kendall Bowman is off the mark. Kendall, 2 of 5 from the charity stripe tonight. 26-20. Red Devils down by 6. 2:02 left here in quarter number 3. Second one on the way for Bowman is up and off the mark. Rebound brought down by Maria. Tapped out of her hands. Jory Fortin picks it up. Jory looking to get it across the timeline. She does. Reverse pivots. Gets it off to Elsie Larson at the top of the key. Larson with the basketball. Throws it up to Maria Rodriguez between the rings at the top of the key. Rodriguez, a couple of dribbles there. Finds a cutting Jenna Fortin in the middle of the lane. Jenna trying to get it back out, and a jump ball will be called. And it'll stay with the Red Devils underneath their own hoop. 1:44 left, third quarter, 26-20 Hoxie. Jenna will inbound from underneath their own hoop. Jenna looking to get it in here. Still looking, needs some help. Throws it out to Maria Rodriguez. Back to Jenna in the right corner. Jenna Fortin with the basketball. Now takes over the right wing to Michaela Wasson. Top of the key over to Elsie Larson on the left wing. Larson using a screen. Wanted to pull a 3. Now instead gives it off to Maria Rodriguez at the top of the key. Over to Jenna Fortin on the right wing. Jenna with the basketball. Uses a screen. Pulls up from 3. Got it! Jenna Fortin with a huge shot. One of the biggest of her career. And she knocks it down to make it 26-23 with 1:24 to go in the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Taken by the Red Devils. We'll take one with them. 26-23, Hoxie leads by 3 here on 101.1 KFNF.
There's absolutely no better way to start 2025 than beginning a rewarding career in the medical field with us at Decatur Health in Oberlin. We invite you to explore some incredible careers with us at Decatur Health. Opportunities exist in everything from plant ops to medical providers to therapy specialists to administrative and support staff. These are careers, not just jobs, particularly when you work with us at Decatur Health. There's nothing we enjoy more than watching someone's personal growth and career expansion. Check out the opportunities available at Decatur Health online at decaturhealth.org.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So the physical first half has turned into a physical second half, but this time the officials using the whistles a little bit more, and it's turned into some foul trouble for either team, and it's been either way, each team being super physical, and that's led to the fouls. 1:24 left. Red Devils bringing a little bit of pressure here. In the middle of the floor, Shippers is able to get it off and bringing it up the right side, right to left across the timeline. Almost losing it. Ball is up in the air. Red Devils can't come down with it, though. And now almost thrown away, but Painter runs it down. Painter glad to see her back on the floor after crashing down and holding her leg. And now as she tried to get it to Bowman, Bowman loses it off her hands and out of bounds. At first, it was Avery Mock that literally it was kind of like a pinball machine, or I should say the lotto machine. It was just being tapped around about 8 feet up in the air. But finally, Painter came down with it, but then she throws it away. Larson rejects the screen here, gets it back out. Michaela Watson, left wing 3 for the tie! The senior Michaela Watson knocks it down. She's got 5, and we're knotted up at 26 with 45 seconds left in the third quarter of play. The Red Devils have tied it with back-to-back threes. Into the left corner for Eve Shippers. Shippers with a long pass over to Allie Gordley. Gordley on the right wing. Gordley turning the corner, trying to drive. Finds Bowman wide open. Count the bucket and one. Kendall Bowman doing a great job finding the space. It was a great feed there from Avery Mock. And so Kendall Bowman's at the line for an and one, 28-26. Hoxie can make it a 3-point game again with 32.8 seconds to go, and Bowman does. So Bowman with 8 points. She's 3 of 7 at the late free throw line. Larson looking for a little bit of help. Gets it off. Jory Fortin trying to cross it over, and a foul will be called against Emily Bainter there. And so heading back to the free throw line here is going to be Jory Fortin. Fortin, no points tonight. She's 61% from the charity stripe, 11 of 18, and drains the first free throw. So Jory making a big free throw right there, makes it 28-20, 29-27. 31 seconds left. Jory Couple of dribbles at the free throw line. It's up and in and out. Rebound brought down to the right low block by Kendall Ballman. She throws it up here to Emily Bainter. Bainter driving, stops at the high post, kicks it back out. Allie Gordley for a three on the left wing. No. McKayden Kettrell trying to come down with a rebound. She'll go crashing to the floor along with Shippers. And they'll say last touched by Shippers out of bounds. And so the Red Devils will have the ball with 18 seconds to go in the third quarter, 29-27. Red Devils down by 2. Red Devils looking to get it in here. McKayden Kettrell still looking to get it in. McKayden needing it, trying to get it in. It'll be stolen away underneath there, and a foul will be called. As McKayden was trying to get it in, both Jenna and Jory were just right around the ball, and it made it tough. The steal came from Avery Mock. She was fouled by Jory Fortin, her 4th foul. 16 seconds to go in this third quarter, 29-27. First one of the way for Mock is in and out. So Avery Mock at the free throw line, 0 of 1, 29. Next one of the way for Mock, drops home. Avery with 3 points all in this quarter. Red Devils looking to get it in. They do to Elsie Larson. Larson needing a little bit of help here. Larson up the near side of the floor, left to right, brings it across the timeline. 10 seconds to go. Larson is in trouble in a trap there. Larson, and a foul will be called. They were wanting to travel first was Hoxie, but instead a foul will be called on Shippers. And that'll be her second, and it'll send Elsie Larson to the free throw line to shoot a pair with 6.5 seconds to go. 30-27, Hoxie in front by 3. And this thriller of a game, the Red Devils with 2 threes to crawl their way back into it here late in this quarter. And now Elsie Larson cashes in her first free throw, her first points since the first quarter. 30-28. Elsie Larson now with 5 points on the night. Takes a couple of hard dribbles, puts up the next one, misses it off front iron. Bainter comes down with a rebound, 4 seconds to go. Bainter up the middle of the floor with 3, with 2, and she'll have it smoked away at the end. The shot will not count by Mock at the buzzer, and we head to the fourth and final quarter here from Hoxie. It's the Indians 30, Red Devils 28 here on 101.1 KFNF.
The First State Bank of Hoxie is ready, willing, and able to serve all your banking needs. Whether it's a checking or savings account, CDs, personal or farm loans, First State Bank of Hoxie can be your bank. They are large enough to serve you, but small enough to know you. And First State Bank of Hoxie is a proud supporter of the Hoxie Indians. Go fight, win with First State Bank of Hoxie, member FDIC.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Back here from Hoxie as we start quarter number 4, 30-28. Indians with a 2-point lead, and they almost throw it away to start the fourth and final quarter. The Red Devils have forced 13 Hoxie turnovers. Red Devils have turned it over 14 times, though. Gordley gets it in here. Mock with the basketball above the volleyball line. Driving it hard down right lane line. Lays up a floater from 5 feet. No. Taps out the rebound. Briley Minnick can't come down with it, but Maria Rodriguez does, and then she slips and falls down. It'll be a travel, and giving the basketball back here to Oberlin there. Maria Rodriguez knew she had someone coming from behind and kind of just fell down. Didn't mean to when she did. 7:44 to go in the fourth quarter of play. 30-28. Shippers with the basketball. Right wing extended. Shippers on the drive. Right baseline looking. Long skip pass over to Mock. Into the left corner for Bainter. Bainter with a long skip pass back to Shippers. Into the right corner for Gordley. Gets it inside. Ballman spins around Michaela Watson and puts it in for 2. Kendall Ballman now with 11 points on the evening. And Elsie Larson's in trouble, gets it back to Jenna. Jenna needing a little bit of help to Elsie Larson, and that'll be 10 seconds. So not the way Brandon Gehring and his squad wanted to start this fourth quarter with back-to-back turnovers, and Brandon Gehring wants a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter, 32-28. Red Devils down by 4 points. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here today. High Plains Podiatry, Hoxie State Insurance, JD Skiles, Next Tech, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Hoxie, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Oberlin, R&M Service Center, Ray's Grocery, The Bank in downtown Oberlin, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Ward Drug Store, Watkins Realty and Insurance, Whoopiter Pump and Well, and Equity Bank as well. Big thank you to Joel Hawkswell and the gang down there at Hawkswell Motors for hooking us up with a drive to the game today. 7:15 to go, 32-28 in quarter number 4. It has been a dogfight from beginning to now, and Oberlin will have the ball out of the timeout. Gets it off to Jenna Fortin. Fortin up the left side, and she will be fouled and is going to head to the free throw line. So instead of a 10-second call, the Red Devils called a timeout right before the end of the 10 seconds. They were able to use it to their advantage, and now Jenna Fortin, after driving it all the way there, will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. That foul goes against Eve Shippers. It's her 3rd foul. First one on the way for Jenna Fortin is off the mark. Tough miss there for Jenna. Jenna, 3 of 5 from the free throw line today. Hit a massive 3 to cut the lead to within 3. Now she cuts this lead here to within 3, 32-29, 7:06 left fourth quarter. Hand off to Emily Bainter. Bainter dumps it off underneath to Kendall Ballman, up for 2 against Jenna Fortin, and a foul will be called on Jenna. Now working against that 1-3-1 zone, get it to the post and let her go to work. And Kendall Ballman has 11 points tonight, and it's back at the free throw line once more. So Kendall, for her first one of 2, misses it off back iron. 32-29. Fouls against Jenna Fortin. That is her 3rd foul. Ballman. Next shot is up and in. Kendall with 12 points. 4 of 9 from that free throw line. 33-29, back out to a 4-point game. Briley Minnick with the ball, throwing it up to Jenna Fortin along the sideline. Back to Briley. Briley above the top of the key, gets it back off to Jenna. Jenna throws over to Michaela Wasson to Elsie Larson on the left wing. Larson back to Maria Rodriguez above the volleyball line. Top of the key over to Jenna Fortin into the right corner for Briley Minnick. Briley with the basketball, wanting to drive. Right baseline met there by Emily Bainter, and a foul will be called against Emily. And that'll be her 3rd. So if you're not in foul trouble, that's actually her 4th foul, pardon me. So that's key there as well. 4th foul into the high post for Briley Minnick. Pulls up from 8 feet. No, trying to get her own rebound, and instead Kendall Ballman will travel before Briley and her collided just inside the lane. So 14th turnover for Hoxie leads to an Oberlin possession. And again, the Red Devils, for the first time there, it seemed like they were able to finally get something. And now back to Briley again on the same play, and this time she hits it from 5 feet. Briley with 6 points, and it makes it 33-31. That's what the score, yeah, there we go, finally put it up, 33-31. So Red Devils knocked it out of bounds. 6:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Indians with the basketball. Gorley just inside the arc, throws it over to the left wing for Shippers. Shippers trying to get into the high post to Ballman. She does. Spins off a defender. Lays it up. Missed it. Got her own rebound. Trying to kick it back out to Shippers. She does. Shippers at the free throw line. Over to Mock. Right corner 3. Got it. First time all night Hoxie's been able to make one of those threes. And it extends the lead out to 5, 36-31. Larson down, left lane line, trying to get it back, and instead a jump ball will be called between her and Allie Gorley. And with 5:57 to go in the fourth quarter, 36-31. 36-31, 5:57 left fourth quarter. Jump ball gives Oberlin the possession. Briley Minnick back to Jenna Fortin, left corner 3. You bet at ya! Jenna Fortin with a huge three again. She's got 15 points. Quickly back the other way. On the possession is Mock. She gets it back in the right corner. Gives it back to Gorley on the right wing. Now throws it over to Shippers on the left wing. Shippers just inside the arc. Throws it back around to Mock. Right corner three again. Off the iron. Rebound into the hands of Jenna Fortin. 36-33. And coming in almost stealing away is Mock there with a little bit of a sneak attack. 36-34. Red Devils down by 2. Jenna Fortin has hit massive threes tonight. It seems like at any time she's needed them. Briley lobs it up over the top to Michaela Wasson. Michaela almost loses the basketball, gets it back to Briley. Briley will be met there by Emily Bainter. Briley taking it into the right wing. Now throws it back to Michaela at the top of the key. Wasson with the basketball. Throws it over to Jenna on the right wing. Jenna using a screen. Jenna can't run the pick and roll. Throws it back to Elsie Larson, top of the key. Over to Briley Minnick. Briley takes one dribble. Ball above her head here. Now on her back foot. Gets it off to Michaela Wasson. Over to the right wing. Jory Fortin wanting to drive right baseline. Pulls it back out. Michaela Wasson dials up her right wing three. Misses everything. Trying to save it back in bounds as Elsie Larson. She can't. And the Red Devils give it back to the Indians with 4:56 to go in the fourth quarter. So just couldn't find the right shot they needed there. And that three from Michaela. 36-34, 4:50 left in the fourth quarter of play. Bainter with the ball. Left wing extended, gets it back up top of the key to Mock. Over to Gorley, into the right corner for Allie Gorley. Back to Sophie. Sophie throws it over to Mock, into the corner for Bainter. Bainter driving, left baseline. Lays it up underneath Michaela Wasson, and Briley Minnick comes down with a hard-earned rebound. Bainter comes in, almost swipes it away from Jenna along the baseline, and instead she will foul out of the contest going after the steal. Emily Bainter, who had Jenna Fortin dead to rights along the baseline, just stuck a little too much of the body out, pushed her out of bounds, and that'll be the fifth foul for Emily Bainter, and she will foul out of the contest with 4:29 to go. And that is huge. The leading scorer for the Indians is now sitting on the bench for the rest of the contest. Jenna Fortin with the basketball. Long skip pass over to Jory. Looking to break the pass back to Jenna. Jenna with the basketball. Gets it off to Briley Minnick. Briley driving down right lane line. Laps it around to Elsie Larson, who will draw a foul from behind. Looking for that backdoor cut along the backside. And that'll be called on Evie Shippers, her fourth. Team foul number 4 for the Indians in the quarter. 4:19 left. Red Devils down by 2 with the basketball underneath their own hoop to Briley Minnick. And an illegal screen will be called in the middle of the lane on Michaela Wasson. So that'll be Wasson's third foul. 36-34, 4:18 left. Red Devils down by 2. Whenever they get the possession to try to tie or take the lead, it seems like they've been giving it away. Little pressure here from the Red Devils out of the inbounds play. Gorley dumps it off to Shippers. Shippers up the far side, right to left. Dumps it off underneath. Allie Gorley misses the layup. Briley Minnick with a rebound. That was fast break offense, rated perfection. They just weren't able to pull up the layup. Now Briley Minnick with the basketball, using a screen on the right wing. Briley crosses over. Briley pulls up, right wing three. Offside iron. Rebound brought down to the right low block by Allie Gorley. Gorley into the middle of the floor, running the fast break. Out to Eve Shippers, into Mock, back to Shippers. As everything will reset. Shippers looking to get it inside to Bowman. It'll be taken away from behind on the overpass by Briley Minnick. Briley with the basketball up the near side of the floor, left to right across the timeline. Up to Jenna Fortin. Fortin hands it off to Elsie Larson. Over to Jenna on the left wing. Jenna left wing extended, gets it inside. Briley Minnick over the right shoulder, lays up the layup, missed it. Can't get her own board over the head of Bowman. Bowman comes down with it and will get it off here to Mock. Mock brings it up, long pass ahead into the hands of Allie Gorley. She barely saved it in bounds. Gorley driving left baseline, somehow managed not to dribble it out. Larson comes down with the free ball as she just had to lay it up at the second, so technically a shot there didn't really look like one. Larson to Rodriguez in the left corner. Rodriguez gets it back to Larson, left wing extended. Larson now to the top of the key. Larson looking for a little bit of help here. She's got to hand it off to somebody. Now backdoor cutting. Jenna Fortin slips her way through the lane and lays it up and in for 2. Jenna Fortin using the smarts. She's got 17 and we're knotted up at 36 with 2:49 to play. 36 all here in the fourth and final quarter. Right wing extended. Now a long skip pass. Eve Shippers to break the tie. Can't get the bank. It goes out of the hands of Jenna. Has it stolen away by Shippers. The reverse layup. No. Rebound in the hands of Gorley. Gorley kicks it back out. Ballman Euros up for 2, and she'll be fouled. Great job by Eve Shippers. Knew Jenna could not see behind her. Did not have eyes in the back of her head. Stole it away. And it turns into points possibly here. 17th turnover for the Red Devils. Couldn't come at Orr's time. The foul will go against Michaela Wasson. That's her 4th foul. Ballman at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one of the way. Kendall drains it. 13 points for Kendall Ballman. She's 5 of 10 at the charity stripe. 37-36 in favor of the Indians. Red Devils just tied it a few seconds ago. Survived the possession but couldn't get it back on their end of the floor. Ballman's second free throw up, off the mark. Long rebound, tracked down by Briley Minnick. Briley will hold up, wait for everybody to get past her, uses a screen from Jenna to get it across the timeline. Over to Elsie Larson on the left wing, extended. Larson almost has it stolen away by Mock as they go around and around. Elsie Larson comes up with it, and we got a foul that'll be called on Mock. The defense of intensity is insane in the building tonight between either team. The guard play from Hoxie has just been next level. And so that'll send Elsie Larson to the free throw line to either tie it up or take the lead. Larson, her first free throw is up and in. Elsie Larson with a big shot. She's got 6 points, 2 of 5 from that charity stripe. 37-37. The foul was on Mock. She drains them both. So 7 points now for Elsie Larson. 38-37. First Red Devil lead in a long while since the second quarter. Lob pass into Ballman. Ballman in the lane. Splits between 2 defenders and puts it in. Kendall Ballman with 15 as they just keep feeding her. 39-38. Hoxie with a 1-point lead, 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Larson across the timeline with the basketball, picks it up, now gets it off to Maria Rodriguez in the right corner. Maria dumps it off. Briley Minnick on the right low block, finds Jenna at the high post. Jenna takes one dribble, pulls up from 15, off for an iron. Long rebound, tracked down by Sophie Gordley. Gordley gets it out to Mock. Mock up the middle of the floor. Mock looking to drive, and she'll be fouled about at half court from Maria Rodriguez. And so that'll be Maria's 4th foul. Oberlin, 4 fouls from Rodriguez, 3 from Jenna, 3 from Larson, 4 from Michaela, 4 from Jory, 4 from Riley. They all got to be careful down the stretch here. 1:36 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Gordley gets it into Cooper. Cooper long skip pass, stolen away by Jenna Fortin. Jenna down, right lane line, dumps it off to Briley Minnick off glass. No! And the rebound underneath by Cooper. Perfect opportunity. Red Devils couldn't come down with it. Back the other way. Cooper in front to Gorley. Allie driving down right lane line of the rack and lays it up and in for 2. Allie Gorley with 6 points. 41-38. Red Devils down by 3. 1:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Over to Elsie Larson. Larson on the far side trying to get it across the timeline. 10 seconds will be called. The Red Devils not able to get a timeout, and instead they'll give it back. They got to play defense one more time. Easton Slipke wants a timeout. 1:05 to go, fourth quarter, 3-point lead for the Indians. It's Oberlin Red Devil basketball here on 101.1 KFNF.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
High Plains Podiatry is excited to announce that you can finally be free from persistent warts. Rid yourself from warts with their unevasive, swift system. High Plains Podiatry has locations in McCook, Holdridge, Benkelman, Franklin, and Minden. And in Kansas at Colby, Norton, and Quinter. Get your warts gone for good. Call 345-3773 or online at highplainspodiatry.com.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So the Red Devils had a perfect fast break layup opportunity there to try to take the lead. Briley Minnick just barely missing it off the back iron. It rolled off of the front iron as well. Hit back iron, rolled around, and then rolled off the front. And then Allie Gordley off of the rebound took it coast to coast to give the lead for the Indians at 41-38, 1:05 left. Shippers with the ball above the volleyball line, looking for a little bit of help. Dumps it off here to Sophie Gordley, trying to get it back up to Shippers, almost stole it away. Now on the floor, jump ball, yes! And it'll stay with Hoxie here with 55.2 seconds to go. They'll inbound across from their own bench. I think Hoxie was trying to kill some time, and Al Slipke saying, hey, let's just run our offense, try to score here. Lob pass over the top. Mock with the basketball above the volleyball line. Mock dumps it off here, looking to get it in. Now she throws it over to Gordley. Back here to Mock. Mock with the basketball above the volleyball line, looking to hand it off. Now to Shippers. Shippers with 38 seconds to go. 41-38. Red Devils need a foul into Ballman. Ballman with a long skip pass to Gordley. Back to Mock. And we gotta get a foul here. And Elsie Larson will finally come in and get the foul. 27.2 seconds to go. I think Brandon Gehring wanted that foul about 20 seconds earlier, but just couldn't get it. And he has a lot of girls out there on the floor right now with a lot of fouls, and I wonder if that had to hesitate him a little bit as well. Hold on. And they called that foul on Maria Rodriguez, so that'll be her 5th. And she will foul out of the contest with 27.2 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. First one is up and in. Big shot right there from Avery Mock. She's now got 7 points, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. 42-38. Red Devils down by 4 with just under 30 seconds to go. Second one on the way here for Mock is up and in. So Avery Mock, 2 big free throws. She's got 8 points on the night. Jory driving down, left lane, line of the rack, laid it up. It's too short. Rebound by Ballman. Ballman gets it out here to Gordley. Gordley will be Mock, in the middle of the floor, fouled again with 16.2 seconds to go. 43-38. And that'll be Michaela Wasson's 5th foul. So she'll foul out of the contest with 16.2 seconds to go. So the Red Devils have seen Maria Rodriguez and Michaela Wasson take a seat. 16.2 seconds left. 43-38, 5-point game. Mock back at the free throw line, and she drains it. Mock 4 of 5 from that charity stripe. Got 9 points. 44-38. Second one on the way, drops home. They get 45-38, 10 points for Mock. Up the near side, Jory Fortin crosses over, gets it to Jenna. Jenna, the skip pass, McCaden Ketchel for 3. No, and the rebound will go into the hands of Shippers, and Shippers is going to be able to dribble it out. Oberlin gave everything they had to the Hoxie Indians tonight, and they're going to get a big standing ovation even from the Hoxie faithful, as that was a heck of a game against 2 of the state's top best teams. And tonight, it's the Indians coming away with a win to keep their season alive. 45-38 final score here tonight from Hoxie. 45-38 your final. It goes in favor of the Hoxie Indians. This is when we would take a break and come back with your final numbers, but we have a little bit of a longer pregame show for our boys game here tonight. So we're going to queue up that boys pregame show, and at halftime of the boys game, we'll give you your final numbers here from this one. So we'll take a quick break and hop right in to pregame of our boys contest between Hoxie and Oberlin here tonight. The Red Devils come in at 5-4. The Hoxie Indians come in with a record of 4-4. We'll tell you all more about the teams coming up in a little bit, but we'll dive right into our Red Devil courtside for our boys game with a little bit of a longer one. So we'll sit down and both talk with head coach Kyle Breath along with Jacob Moss as well. So we'll take a quick break and be back with our Red Devil courtside for our boys game here on 101.1 KFNF.
To bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
with the right touch, bent metal, shattered glass, and twisted frames can be restored to their original glory. At Creative Collision, they have one simple mantra: repair, restore, renew. It's about taking damaged vehicles and transforming them into something sleek, smooth, and safe. Comprehensive auto body repair and restoration. Available exclusively at Creative Collision in Oberlin, Kansas. Revive it, drive it, and love it. Call for an estimate at 785-470-2130 or visit Creative Collision's virtual garage online at creativecollisionoberlin.com.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back into our pregame show as we get you set and ready to go for our second matchup tonight between Oberlin and Hoxie on the boys' side of things. And we're joined alongside with head coach of the Hoxie Indian boys, Jake Moss. And boy, coach, can you believe it? We got the Mid-Continent League tournament coming up right around the corner next week. Where's the season gone? It seems like we just started, right?
Man, you're telling me. Especially for us, where we had, a couple week late start due to, the football success. And so really, normally we would be having our first game right when Christmas break started. I mean, if you had to use the traditional timeline. And so now, we come back. We were a little early coming back. We played on the 3rd of January against Osborne and right away against Colby. And then we've kind of had 10 days off. So we've had a really weird start to the season. Hopefully we get some normalcy going into the second half, where you have a game every 2 or 3 days. But yeah, it's hard to believe, after Monday we'll be halfway done.
Yes, it is crazy. It just goes quicker and quicker, it seems like, that's for sure. And you mentioned your last time out there against Colby. Took a tough loss to a really good Colby team with a ton of athletes, 71-53. I guess, what are your kind of thoughts after you guys were out on the floor a couple of weeks ago?
Well, I thought we started really well. We led most of the first quarter. I think it ended up being tied when the buzzer went off. But, we really got into our stuff early and scored off of it. And then I think, in the second and third quarter, they hit a couple shots, and we let, some 5-0, 6-0 runs really turn into, 10-0 runs really fast. And, we used the entire next day to view film on just plays that, didn't really seem like Hoxie basketball for us. But we did show a lot of grit in that game. We got it to within 12 late. Kind of looked like maybe we were making a comeback, but yeah, Colby has some really good athletes. They had a lot of size on us, just too much to overcome for us.
Yeah, you mentioned that, kind of making a late run late. You put up 15 points in the third and then outscored Colby 18-14 in the fourth. So had to be happy with the way, your guys didn't tuck their tails there at halftime, came out and ready to play in the second half.
Yeah, and that's something we've kind of been working on. They're not really used to playing through adversity. I mean, I don't think they were ever losing during the football season, and so it's kind of a different tone when you're playing from behind as opposed to playing with the lead. So that's something we've been working on is getting hit in the mouth and then get back up and just being resilient.
One thing you're kind of blessed with on your team this year is you got a lot of seniors. Sometimes a lot of teams don't have quite as many as you. So what have you seen out of your senior class so far this year? And you have to be proud of them, right?
Oh, for sure. They're a tight-knit group, and so I think when everybody cares about each other, then they care about the team as a whole. We bring back a lot of experience. We're not very big. Everybody's 5'10" and under, but we make up for it in other areas. And I think we're really scrappy. And like I said, these last 10 days, we've really worked on a lot of things, as far as our intensity and toughness goes. And then I think that will negate a lot of our height issues. But, where these guys are so close and they care about each other, there really is a team aspect to when we play, and I think that goes a long way.
Boy, athleticism is one thing that comes to mind, when I look at your roster, watch you guys play, between Braden Sheets and Braxton Monk and a few others tucked in there. You guys got a lot of athletic guys, a lot of quickness, and especially with Braxton and Braden, it really starts with them, doesn't it?
It does. They do a lot of different things for us in the backcourt, but they're both very quick, and they make it hard on our opponents just to bring the ball up the floor and kind of get in their stuff. They're very good disruptors. And then on the offensive end, Braxton's really good at getting to the rim, and then Braden is the same way. We kind of play an attacking style of basketball where we want to put as much stress on the rim as possible, and Braden's really good about getting to the rim and getting fouled. He's also a really good facilitator. So both of them, their skill set definitely goes a long way for us.
Yeah, and certainly, and then, you mentioned the offensive side of the floor and how you guys have been able to be successful there a little bit this season, but defensive side, it's really turned into your offense a little bit at times too, and you take pride in that defensive side of the ball, don't you?
We do, and especially when we started late, kids really hadn't shot a ball since June, and so we knew the offense was maybe going to take time. We're running a new system this year. This is my first year back. I was at Hoxie for 11 years prior. Then I was at Colby College for 2 years, and now I'm back. And so we're putting a new system in, and so I think that was also going to take time. But, defense is what we've hung our hat on, and it's kept us in a lot of games, and we want to be a team that just, physically wears teams down. And so if we can get, turnovers or force some bad shots and, it turns into a long rebound and a run out, that's exactly what we're looking for.
A 1-1 kind of to start this 2025 half of the season. I guess you could say big win over there against Osborne, 63-5. And then, like we mentioned, that tough loss to Colby. Are you liking where you're at here as you kind of making your way into this tough stretch with Oberlin tonight and then the Mid-Continent League tournament?
Well, from here on out, the Mid-Continent League just has so much parity. I don't know that I've ever seen the league just be so even across the board. And then our non-conference games, Oberlin being one, Quinter being another, which you guys are familiar with, the Northwest Kansas League, and then Colby. There's really nobody on our schedule left that, is just head and shoulders above everybody else, but nobody's just going to lay down and roll over for you either. So I think from here on out, every game is winnable, but it also at the same time, you can't go in overconfident. You're going to have to earn every single one of them.
And tonight, you mentioned Oberlin going to be one of those tough non-conference games that you got, non-league games that you got here tonight on Friday. Oberlin 5-4. They've beat a couple of Mid-Continent League teams so far, and got a big win there on Tuesday. I guess what have you seen from them, and what do you expect out of them tonight?
They're just a team that's going to get a lot better each week, and so really the earlier you can play them, the better, because they're just so young. They have a lot of youth. And they're just going to continue to grow up and develop as the year goes on. Oberlin poses a lot of size issues for us, of course, with Osmeyer in the middle at 6'5". And then really their guards that, I think can match our athleticism and how scrappy we are. So Oberlin is going to give us all we want. Hopefully our guys are ready to get back on the floor after being, not having a game for 10 days, and hopefully we're ready to get after it.
Well, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat with us, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Once again, that was head coach of the Indians, Jake Moss, giving us all his thoughts on the season so far and what he expects to see out of the Red Devils tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we sit down and chat with head coach of the Red Devils, Kyle Breath. That's all to come right here on our pregame show. Getting ready for Oberlin and Hoxie on 101.1 KFNF.
When you think of Decatur Co-op, do you think about grain? Feed your livestock, horses or pets, propane, supplies? How about tires? Yes, Decatur Co-op in Oberlin has a tire shop that specializes in tire repair, along with oil changes, exhaust, front-end alignment, and major mechanical work. Bet you didn't know all that. Well, now you know. And the next time you need any of those services, think of Decatur Co-op at the railroad tracks in Oberlin. Book your appointment. Call 785-475-2234.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Red Devil Courtside continues to roll on here on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF, as we get you ready for our boys matchup tonight between the Oberlin Red Devils and the Hoxie Indians. And we're joined alongside with head coach of the Red Devil boys, Kyle Breath. Boy, Coach, we talked about it at the beginning of the week as well, but you got Northwest Kansas League coming up next week, and then after that, it's just kind of a little short sprint to the postseason, so really got to enjoy these games while you still got them, right?
Right. It's crazy that the season has gone as fast as it has, and we're already about ready to start the league tournament. It's gone by fast.
And flipping it back out to last time you guys were out on the floor there on Tuesday, were able to take down Northern Valley 71-49, scored your season high in points there with the 71 points, and really, kind of dominated from start to finish. I guess, what were your kind of thoughts after that win on Tuesday?
Yeah, I thought the boys, they played hard. You know, I was really proud of our boys. I mean, we really played inside-out basketball, and that's what we preach. You know, we were able to get Tyler a lot of buckets inside early. We were able to get Caden Shaw kind of going early, and you know, I was really proud of Caden Shaw. You know, that was his season high, scoring 20 points, but I was really proud of our guards. I mean, they were really looking for our posts, and it was a good team victory. So.
Yeah, you mentioned Caden. He goes off for 20 points, especially when, you know, you had both Gage and Tyler on the bench there for, you know, long stretches at times because they were in some foul trouble. So for Caden to step up big like that has to be a huge confidence booster for him as well as you and the whole team, right?
Yeah, I mean, Caden, he works hard. I mean, he really does. And he comes into practice, does what he's supposed to do, and I'm glad that he was kind of rewarded with a good game, and I'm really, really proud of that kid.
And, you know, Caden wasn't the only one to kind of, you know, step up, you know, without those guys on the floor. Davin Jensen did a great job for you, kind of filling into that point guard role. Brady Gehring played in and got some big minutes, as well as Mitchell Wasson. So a lot of guys that maybe hadn't seen a ton of minutes stepped up big for you. And to know that you can kind of go to your bench in those situations is big, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, everybody knows, you know, Tyler and Gage are kind of our guys. You know, they're the leaders of our team. But, I mean, when they're on the bench, you know, next guy up has to fill that role and play. And I'm really proud of those guys that came off the bench, and they were able to help us, and they played really well.
Yeah, and you have to be happy with the way the team kind of responded. Obviously, the game wasn't flowing, you know, like a normal game does. There was, you know, kind of some calls here or there that maybe didn't go your way, but you guys didn't hang your heads at all, stuck in it, and still to walk away scoring over 70 points. You have to be happy with that, right?
Yeah, I am. I mean, the boys, like I said, I mean, they played inside-out basketball, and that's what we really preach. And I was really happy with their offensive effort. You know, defensively, I thought there was a lot of things that we could have improved on, but offensively, yes, I'm very happy.
And, you know, you kind of mentioned both Gage and Tyler there. They didn't get a lot of minutes because they were dealing with some foul trouble, but still were able to score quite a few buckets for you. And it just kind of shows, you know, how deadly they can be out on the floor, even in a short amount of time, right?
Right, yep. I mean, they're both really good kids. I mean, they're both really good players. They both really work really, really hard, and everything that they get, you know, is a result of their hard work, and I'm really proud of those kids.
Yeah, boy, and you mentioned the offense. Obviously, you had a great night there. Defense, you know, like you were saying, I'm sure a couple of things that you like to work on, but to only allow, you know, 49 points there at the end of the game, 19 at half, you had to be happy somewhat with the way the defense played, right?
Yeah, I mean, they played hard. You know, it's just little technique things that we can work on. You know, moving our feet, playing defense with our feet, not our hands. You know, just kind of making some silly, dumb fouls. You know, a long ways away from the bucket. Just little learning things like that we can improve on.
And, you know, obviously coming off of 3 straight losses there and to get a big win against a tough Northern Valley team with a lot of athletic kids, you know, out there on the floor, I'm sure that has to be a big confidence booster as we make our way into another tough stretch here with Hoxie and the Northwest Kansas League tournament and then looking ahead after that. So to kind of get a win, maybe get some of that momentum back was huge, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, like you said, we play a really good Hoxie team tonight. You know, they're old. You know, they have 5 seniors at the start. First couple guys off the bench are seniors, juniors. You know, it's going to be a challenge for us. But our boys, I feel like they got some confidence after that Northern Valley win, and we'll see how it goes tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned Hoxie, obviously very old. One thing that comes to mind with me, too, is very athletic. It seems like, you know, they got 2 or 3 forward guards that can, you know, really weave their way between the defense, and they got a couple of great big men underneath. So overall, you know, they're a pretty good team. Obviously, they've played some tough teams as well, so it's going to be a battle tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're, like you said, they're super fast, super athletic. You know, they get the ball and they want to go in transition. You know, they want to get to the rim. They make you guard them for 84 feet. And it's going to be a challenge, but I think my boys, they're excited for the opportunity, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat with us here. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Once again, that was head coach of the Red Devils, Kyle Breath, telling us all about the season so far and what he expects to see out of the Indians tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's starting lineups and tip-off of our boys action between Oberlin and Hoxie, and it's here on KFNF.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Colligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Colligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Colligan, better water, pure and simple.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here from Hoxie as we're ready for our boys matchup tonight between the Oberlin Red Devils and the Hoxie Indians. Hoxie comes up with a record of 4-4, Oberlin 5-4. The Red Devils fresh off that win against Northern Valley on Tuesday, 71-45. Been 10 days since the Indians were last on a basketball court competitively in a game against another team, and it was Tuesday, January 7th when they lost to Colby, 71-53, but they're on a little bit of a hot streak here. Started 0-2, have won 2 of their last 3 and 4 of their last 6. The Red Devils broke that 3-game losing streak and have rallied back, but still losers of 3 of their last 4, trying to maybe take that out of play as well. Let's take you through our starting lineups here tonight. We'll start with the Hoxie Indians under head coach Jake Moss. It's 5'9" senior Noah Dowell, 5'10" senior Aaron Keith, 5'7" senior Braxton Monk, 5'10" senior Charlie Foote, and 5'10" senior Max Beckman. Once again for the Indians, Dowell, Keith, Monk, Foote, and Beckman. For the Red Devils, it's 5'11" senior Davin Jensen, 5'9" sophomore Bryson Kettrell, 6' sophomore Gage Willoughby, 6'4" junior Tyler Osmeyer, and 6'1" sophomore Caden Shaw. Once again for the Red Devils under first-year head coach Kyle Brett, it's Davin Jensen, Bryson Kettrell, Gage Willoughby, Tyler Osmeyer, and Caden Shaw. If you can't hear, it is loud in here, and it's been loud all night, and the girls' game momentum carrying over to this boys' game. I'm sure it is going to be a big one tonight. The Red Devils last year lost to the Hoxie Indians 62-47, was close through about 3 quarters, and then it turned into the Braxton Monk and Braden Sheets show. They took over down the stretch and just walked away with a win. It'll be Charlie Foote and Tyler Osmeyer at center circle for tip-off between Oberlin and Hoxie. The tip, and it'll be won by the Indians. And bringing it across the top line is Monk. Monk with a basketball, top of the key, throws over to the left wing for Keith. Into the left corner here for Beckman. Beckman driving left baseline, wraps it back around to the top of the key for Dowell. Back left corner here for Monk. Monk looking, kicks it back out to Keith. Keith with a basketball, dumps it off here, back to Monk. Monk looking, kicks it back out, pump faking the 15-foot jump shot. Now going with the layup there is Keith. Rebound to the backside, brought down by Kettrell, and now Gage Willoughby looking to go coast to coast, almost has it pocket picked. Bryson Kettrell comes up with a loose ball, gets it back out to Gage Willoughby on the left wing. Gage with the basketball, left wing extended here, looking to drive out of the middle of the lane, goes up over the top, lays it up. It was a loose ball picked up by Kettrell. Kettrell driving baseline, dumps it off to Osmeyer. Osmeyer to a wide open Caden Shaw, who will put it up and in for 2. Caden off of his best night of his career with 20 points against Northern Valley. Starts off the Red Devils here as they lead it 2-0. 6:57 to go with the first quarter. Keith with the basketball, top of the key, throws over to the right wing for Dowell. Dowell in between the legs, dribble a couple of times, pulls it back out. Now he's waiting to reset the offense, looking at a little 1-2-2 here from the Red Devils. Gets it out to Monk. Monk with the basketball, driving, swings it back out here to Keith. Keith inside, looking for a little bit of help, dumps it off underneath, and Foote can't get it to go as he pump faked against Osmeyer, went with a dribble, and Osmeyer was still able to block him from behind. And now here's Willoughby after that, bringing it up the middle of the floor, gets it off to Osmeyer, high post, Osmeyer turns, spins out, Bryson Kettrell, left wing 3, off front iron, rebound brought down to the hands of Foote. Foote gets it out to Braxton Monk. Monk up the far side of the floor, gets it out to Dowell. Dowell back to Monk, down left lane, line of the rack, and he lays it in with a nice little touch floater. 2 points for Braxton Monk, and we're knotted up at 2 apiece as the Indians bring home the pressure. Long throw down the floor, dangerous down the floor, but Shaw was there. Back out to Jensen. Jensen on the right wing. Jensen wanting to drive right baseline, crosses back over. Back out to Willoughby. Lob pass inside to Osmeyer. Tapped around, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Red Devils. Quick start here to this one First quarter, 5:52 to go. 2-2 between Oberlin and Hoxie. Boys matchup now. The girls just narrowly lost. Gage Willoughby looking to get it in. Does to Bryson Ketchell. Long skip pass to Evan Jensen on the left wing. Pump fake spike to Bryson. To Gage in the right corner for three. You betcha! Gage Willoughby with a big shot to give the Red Devils the lead back at 5-2 with 5:39 left in the first quarter. Dowell on the drive, goes up over the top. Now he's looking to kick it back out to Monk, does in the left corner. Monk driving left baseline, loses it off of a shoe top. They'll say last touch, though, by Tyler Osmeyer underneath, and will stay with the Indians with 5:30 left in the first quarter. 5-2 in favor of the Red Devils here. Dowell gets it inside to Foot, who goes up, and he was blocked by Osmeyer. But they called a foul late, as Osmeyer came down just a little bit too hard, and they say just a little bit too on top of it to let him get away with it. So Tyler with his first foul, team foul number 1 for the Red Devils in the quarter. Foot at the free throw line to shoot 2. And the first one on the way here from Charlie is up and off back iron. Charlie Foot back at the free throw line once again here for his second of 2 shots after the foul by Osmeyer and the active shooting. Second one of the way. It's up off back iron. Rebound Osmeyer underneath, and he'll draw a foul. It's going over the back there. Trying to match up with him was Max Beckman. Or no, that'll be Aaron Keith that was trying to go up against him. And that'll be a foul. So 1-to-1 of the fouls. Does allow Hoxie to set up the press to Osmeyer to the middle of the floor to Ketchell. Ketchell trying to go behind the back there, working against Monk, and Monk sticking his hands in and almost slapped it out of bounds. But it'll stay here with the Red Devils. Will inbound across from the press table. They set up the play here, looking to get it in. They do to Ketchell on the right wing, to Jensen over to the left wing. Pulls up from 3. Offside iron. Rebound to the hands of Beckman. Beckman gets it off to Dowell, goes behind the back. Dowell just inside the volleyball arc, now on the left wing, looking to drive. Now wraps it around. Braxton Monk, left corner 3. Off back iron. Rebound brought down into the hands of Davin Jensen. Jensen gets it out here to Gage Willoughby. Willoughby up the far side, right to left across the timeline. Lob pass underneath. Tyler Osmeyer puts it off glass and in for 2. Tyler doing a great job securing the ball, gathering himself, and putting it up for 2. Red Devils lead by 5 at 7-2. Quick layup on the other end is put up and in by Charlie Foot. He's got 2 points to make it 7-4. Red Devils can't break the press. Instead, it ends in a steal. The turn, the spin from Keith. He can't get the layup to follow by Monk. He misses that one. Beckman comes down with it. He goes up for 2 and puts it in. Max Beckman with 2 points, and just like that, a 5-point lead is down to a 1-point lead, and a foul as Osmeyer was trying to break the press with the dribble. 4:28 left first quarter, 7-6. Oberlin leads. They did just lead just about 30 seconds ago by 5, and instead they lead now by 1. 4:28 left in the first quarter of play, 7-6. Gage Willoughby will inbound across from the Hoxie bench, right to left as we look at it. Willoughby looking to get it inbounded. Willoughby still looking, gets it out to Ketchell above the volleyball line. Ketchell with the basketball, lobs it up inside to Osmeyer. Osmeyer finds Caden Shaw dumping down the middle of the lane, and he'll be fouled and head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Caden Shaw coming off of a career night there against Northern Valley, 20 points, 15 rebounds, and has already got 2 tonight, looking to add more to that. Has just gotten better. And that foul they're going to call on Charlie Foot, and that'll be his second. First one on the way, it's up and in. So make it 8-6. Caden Shaw, there was, I think, a little discrepancy on who the foul was on, but they do confirm it was on Foot. 4 points there. And now are they they're going over to the talk with the scorers table. Maybe it wasn't on Foot. As if so, that'd be Charlie's second, and I think he's saying, I still want to keep playing, my man. Pleading with the officials. And I think there was a incorrect call on the foul. No. So they leave it there. 9-6, Red Devils lead by 3. Dowell across the timeline, dumps it off here, dribbling in between players is Sheets. Sheets dumps it off to Monk, who found him cutting along the baseline. He's got 4 points. and make it 9-8. Quickly down the floor, Caden Shaw loses it, saves it back in bounce, but picking it up is Keith. Keith taking it coast to coast all over to the rack, lays it up, partially blocked by Willoughby. Ball's tapped around up in the air. No one wants it. Now it's on the floor, picked up by Dowell. Back out to Sheets. Over to the right wing here for Dowell. Everybody will reset. Dowell trying to lob it up underneath. It'll go back to Keith on the backside. Over to Braxton Monk. Monk at the top of the key. Dumps it off to Dowell. Dowell goes behind the back in between a couple of Red Devils. And it'll have it swatted away from behind. So finally the Red Devils will get that turnover that they were looking for. 9-8. Red Devils lead by 1. 3:30 left in the first quarter. At the high post, Shaw fakes the handoff off to Davin Jensen. Right wing 3. And he can't get the foul with it. Now we got a foul underneath. And they'll say it was on Hoxie, so it'll stay with the Red Devils underneath their own hoop. With 3:21 left in the first quarter, 9-8. Red Devils in front by 1. So Gage Willoughby will inbound underneath the zone hoop here. The foul will go against Braxton Monk, his first team foul, number 4 for the Indians in the quarter. And so we got a flop warning that will be called on Davin Jensen, who fell down after the 3. And so they called a flop warning on him. And again, I had not seen that called in high school basketball until tonight, now in the girls' game and the boys' game. Willoughby looking, throws it in. Bryson Ketchell, right corner 3, misses everything. Sheets comes down with a rebound on the backside. Sheets up the middle of the floor, finds a cutting foot, dumps it out to Keith, back to Sheets on the right wing. Sheets dumps it off to a wide open foot underneath on the left low block. Great pass and find, and Hoxie takes the lead back at 10-9 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Willoughby will bring it across the timeline. First lead for the Indians tonight. Crossing over, Willoughby loses the basketball, and a foul is going to come in. And so this will send Gage to the free throw line. And is that right? They said third. It's only his second is what they got on the scoreboard. So first one on the way here for Willoughby is up and off. Now that is his third personal. So Braxton Monk is going to have to take a seat. The point guard for the Indians will have to come out. Gage Willoughby misses the first free throw. Gage, 14 of 18 on the year, 78%. Second one on the way. And it's up, hangs on the back iron and drops home. 4 points for Gage Willoughby, knotted up at 10 apiece here. Quickly back the other way, Dowell dumps it off, driving. Right baseline is Trent Finner. Around the horn they go to Keith. Back to Finner on the right wing for 3. Got it! No, excuse me, that's Noah Dowell with a big 3. And it gives Hoxie a 13-10 lead, going after the pressure again. Willoughby to break it up the middle of the floor, takes it all the way into the right corner, pulls up for a transition 3. No, Osmeyer with the rebound. He goes back up and lays it in for 2. Make it 13-12. Tyler Osmeyer back in the stat book. He's got 4 points. Quickly back the other way. Dowell dumps it off into the high post, back out. Pump faking Sheets on the drive, steps away from behind. And Osmeyer hits Willoughby all over to the rack. Gonna lay it up and in for 2. Turn the turnover into points. And the Red Devils lead it 14-13 here with 2:10 left in the first quarter of play. We got a timeout of the floor. We'll take one with them. This is Oberlin Red Devil basketball on 101.1 KFNF.
Decatur County Beef wants to do business with all the local farmers. They want to buy your high moisture corn and grain sorghum, also alfalfa and dry corn anytime. Decatur Beef and Hoxie Feed Yard are always looking for good help. Truck drivers, plumbers, welders, and pin riders. Decatur County Beef is located just north of Oberlin on Highway 83, and Hoxie Feed Yard is just west of Hoxie. Call 785-475-2212 for Decatur County Beef, or call Scott at 785-675-9009. Give them a try. You will be glad you did.
14-13 as we welcome you back here from Hoxie. Oberlin with a 1-point lead as they turn a turnover from the Indians into points. And now the Red Devils will try to hold on to that lead. 2:07 left in the first quarter. They're ahead by 1. Dow with the ball on the left wing to Sheets, over the right wing to Keith inside. Foot turn, spins from 5 feet, missed it. Rebound to the backside by Finner. Now it's being tapped around. Dow comes down with it in the left corner. Dow now driving, pulls up from 5 feet with a floater, missed it. Osmeyer can't come down with a rebound. It's tapped out to Willoughby. Willoughby up the far side, finds Bryson Ketchell, cutting the hoop, and he'll lay it up and in for 2. Great find by Willoughby. Ketchell with his first 2 points. Red Devils lead by 3. Quickly back the other way in transition. Travel will be called on the Indians. And that's what Coach Moss has said there in the pregame show. Hoxie wants to go quick. They did there. It didn't work to their advantage, though. 16-13, 1:37 left first quarter. Red Devils lead by 3. Ketchell with the basketball, looking to get it back. Instead, it'll be stolen away by Keith. Keith dumps it off to Finner. Finner puts it up for 2. He missed it. Rebound into the hands, and a foul will be called. It was Keith that came down with the offensive rebound, went up for 2. He's fouled. He's going to head to the free throw line. The foul goes against Bryson Ketchell. So the turnover can lead to points. 16-13. Aaron Keith at the free throw line to shoot a pair. Spins it once and puts up the first free throw. It's off the mark. (16-13). Keith back at the free throw line for his second shot. It's up and off the mark. Rebound. Finner, though. It'll be stripped away. Ball is on the floor. Picked up by Shaw. Osmeyer lost it. Now Ketchell looking to go down the floor, and it'll be almost tapped away. And everybody just needs to take a deep breath, I think. That's for sure, as they are just running around with their heads cut off at the moment. 16-13, 1:22 to go. Red Devils lucky to keep the ball there. Gage Willoughby looking to inbound in front of the Hoxie bench. He throws it too low. Jensen is able to get it, though. Goes behind the back. Working against Keith. Finds Ketchell on the left wing. Ketchell looking. Long skip pass over to Jensen. Jensen with the basketball. Pulls up for 3. Missed it. Rebound. Brady Gehring in the middle of the lane, and a jump ball will be called there as he was met in the middle by Trent Finner. .109 left first quarter, 16-13. Willoughby will inbound underneath his zone hoop. Willoughby slaps the ball, looking to get it in. Does to Ketchell on the left wing. Ketchell pump fakes, now pulls up from 3. Misses it off, back iron, long rebound. Tracked down by Ketchell at the top of the key. Back to Jensen above the volleyball line, guarded by Keith. Jensen fires it into a wide open Brady Gehring. Gehring wasn't ready. Now he turns, spins, tries to get it off to Osmeyer, and instead will travel with it. And I don't even think Brady Gehring knew he was that wide open until Jensen fired it in there to him. And it ends up being a turnover, 56.4 seconds to go. 16-13, Dowell leads the Indians across the timeline. Throws it over to the right wing. Finner puts his head down, gets it back off. Finner now driving right baseline, and him and Ketchell get tripped up with each other, and we'll have a foul. So it'll be called on Bryson Ketchell, his second. Team foul number 3 in the quarter for the Red Devils, 5+ for the Indians. 16-13, 48.0 seconds left. Lob pass into Finner at the top of the key. Finner driving, pulls up from 5 feet, swatted by Jensen. Back into the hands of Sheets, back out to Keith. Keith extra pass over to the right wing for Dowell, but he'll reset it up as he goes behind the back. Throws over to the right wing. Willoughby almost takes it away, but it'll stay here with the Indians. 35.7 seconds left. In the first quarter, 16-13, Red Devils lead by 1. Dowell with the basketball, guarded by Jensen, gets it back out. 3 ball on the way from Sheets. Off back iron, Brady Gehring comes out with a rebound but loses it. Now all the way to the rack is Sheets. He misses that. Great job by Osmeyer staying straight up and down. Back out to Keith after the offensive board. He lays it up, missed it. Osmeyer comes out with the board this time and will draw a foul. So after all of that, Tyler Osmeyer will get fouled, and he's going to head to the free throw line for a couple of free throws here. 19.8 seconds to go in the first quarter, 16-13. First one on the way from Tyler is up and in. Tyler, 5 points, 1 of 1 from that charity stripe. Came in shooting 58% there from free throw land, 14 of 24. And his second free throw coming here, 17-13. Red Devils make it 18-13. As Tyler is able to drain both quickly back the other way, driving his Sheets along the right baseline, around the horn, now to Dowell on the left wing. Dowell driving with 9 seconds to go, back out to Keith, over to Sheets. Sheets passes up the 3, now takes it inside the arc, 4 seconds down to 3. Sheets gets it back, Sheets to Dowell. Dowell at the buzzer, no, and that's where the quarter will come to a close. So, 1 quarter in the books of our boys action. It's Oberlin in front by 5, 18-13. It's Oberlin Red Devil basketball on 101.1 KFNF.
No better way to start 2025 than beginning a rewarding career in the medical field with us at Decatur Health in Oberlin. We invite you to explore some incredible careers with us at Decatur Health. Opportunities exist in everything from plant ops to medical providers to therapy specialists to administrative and support staff. These are careers, not just jobs, particularly when you work with us at Decatur Health. There's nothing we enjoy more than watching someone's personal growth and career expansion. Check out the opportunities available at Decatur Health online at decaturhealth.org.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Hoxie as we get ready to start second quarter action of our boys matchup here tonight. As it has been Indians from the get 18, been the Red Devils from the get 18-13 as we start quarter number 2 here from Hoxie. Red Devil boys trying to pull off a big win here tonight and get a couple of games above 500 heading into the Northwest Kansas League Tournament coming up next week. Across the timeline, Braxton Monk playing with 3 fouls. He gets it in the right corner to Sheets. Skip pass over to Keith on the left wing. Keith gets it off to Sheets, back to Keith, to the top of the key here for Monk, into the right corner for Foot, back out to Keith, right corner 3, you betcha! Big shot right there by Aaron Keith, his first 3 points of the game. That'll make it 18-16. Red Devils working against the press. Jensen finds Shaw. Shaw looking, lobs it up into double coverage, and that one will be stolen away. And back the other way, Sheets looking to push, gets it out to Keith. Left corner 3 this time. You betcha. Aaron Keith out of the break. Back-to-back threes, and just like that, Hoxie leads by 1, 19-18. Osmeyer gets it to Willoughby. Willoughby down right lane, line of the rack, lays it up too soft. Osmeyer with the rebound, looking for some help, gets it out to Shaw. Shaw from 5 feet, off glass, no. Rebound by Keith. He goes behind the back, up the middle of the floor, looking for a little help, gets it off to Monk, back to Keith on the right wing. Can't leave him open. Keith with a basketball above the volleyball line, throws it over to the right wing again for Monk, into the short corner here for Beckman, pulls up for 5 feet, and he hits. Max Beckman with 4 points. It's 21-18, an 8-0 run in the first minute and 10 seconds for Hoxie, and it's given him a 21-18 lead. We got a timeout on the floor taken by Kyle Breath. We'll keep it right here. So Oberlin led 18-13 after the first quarter. Back-to-back threes from Aaron Keith, and Max Beckman chips in a 2, and it's 21-18. So 21-18 now, here in quarter number 2. Hoxie, who has only led once in this game before this at 13-10 and 13-12, now leads by 3. They're tying their second largest lead of the night. Gehring trying to get it back to the inbounder after the timeout. Willoughby, instead it'll be knocked out of bounds, is the 1-2-2 press here from Hoxie, trying to wreak some havoc. 6:47 left in the first half, 21-18. Red Devils down by 3. Willoughby gets it into Jensen. Jensen with a long skip pass over to Gehring into the middle of the floor for Willoughby. Willoughby trying to avoid a couple of defenders, and he does. Willoughby with the ball above the volleyball line, wanting to point out some screens here. Crosses over. Willoughby throws it to Gehring. Gehring looking to get it in the high post instead. Flips it over to Jensen on the right wing. Jensen pump fakes, drives, pulls up from 5 feet, missed it. Rebound will go down into the hands here of Foot. Back the other way quickly is Keith. Keith to the top of the key for Monk. Pump fakes, drives, dumps it off. Beckman from 10 feet this time. No, Willoughby with a backside board. Willoughby crosses over, gets Keith out of there, and now we'll bring it up across the timeline where he's met by Sheets. Lob pass from half court there to Osmeyer. Will be almost stolen away, but it'll stay with the Red Devils underneath their own hoop. They got lucky that one didn't get turned over. 6:08 left in the first half, 21-18. Red Devils down by 3. Willoughby inbounds just to the left of his own hoop. Finds Jensen on the left wing. Pump fakes the three. Now drives it into the high post. Dumps it off to Osmeyer. Back out Willoughby. Right corner three. You betcha! Gage Willoughby with a dagger. He's got 7 points and make it 21-21 with 5:54 left. Back the other way. They kick it back out. Now over to the left wing here for Monk. Gets it off to Keith. Back to Monk in the right corner. Monk to Beckman. Finds Foot diving down the middle of the lane and will lay it up and in for two. 6 points for Foot. 23-21. Hoxie back in the lead. Red Devils break the press this time with a little bit more ease. Gehring in trouble. Hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby inside the circle at half court. Throws over to Jensen on the right wing. Jensen with the basketball. Looking for a little bit of help. Gets a screen. Lob pass over to Gehring. Gehring pump fakes. Uses a screen from Shaw. Over to Jensen. Jensen right wing three. Off front iron. Long rebound will be tapped out and out of bounds. 23-21, 5:14 left here in the second quarter. 23-21, Red Devils down by 2. 5:14 left. Monk brings it up the middle of the floor. Throws over to the left wing for Keith. Keith with the basketball, gets it to Monk in the left corner, back to Keith, around the horn to Dowell. Dowell inside of the high post to Foot, back out to Monk. Monk driving, looking, swings it out. Keith, right corner three, you betcha. 9 points for him, 26-21. Hoxie has come out with a vengeance in this second quarter, and a steal this time by Monk trying to save it, and he'll draw a foul instead. So a turnover leads to a foul, and Hoxie will have it underneath their own hoop with 4:47 to go. Davin called for his first foul, team foul number 1 on the Red Devils in the quarter. Down by 5, into Keith, left wing three, air balls this one. Shaw with the rebound, avoiding defenders left and right. Now he throws it up for grabs, the steal by Beckman, got his own board, and a foul will come in. Shaw was double teamed underneath the hoop. He was trying to get it out. The Red Devils weren't coming to him. And when he did, Beckman swipes it away. Back-to-back turnovers, 90 feet away from the basket for the Red Devils, and it's going to lead to some points possibly here. 35. Shaw on the foul is first. So underneath their own hoop, Monk with a basketball, gets it in here. Back out to Monk. Monk looking to lob it up top. Almost stolen away. Brady Gehring went crashing down the floor. Dowell into the short corner. Back out to Monk. Back to Dowell on the left wing. Dowell with a long skip pass over to the right wing here. Back to Dowell. Dowell to the short corner, out to Keith. Keith for three again, you betcha. Keith has hit 4 threes, all of them in this quarter. It's 29-21. Red Devils led by 5. They're now down by 8 with 4:19 to go. We'll take a break. It's Oberlin Red Devil basketball on 101.1 KFNF.
To the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
29-21 Hoxie, and if you're just joining us, maybe flipped it off at the end of the quarter. Oberlin led by 5, 18-13, and Hoxie has only allowed 3 points to the Red Devils while putting up 16 themselves. 29-21. Jensen trying to break the press, gets it off to Gehring, across the court to Gage Willoughby. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Red Devils. Got lucky there that it was last touched by Monk. 29-21, 4:12 left in the second quarter of play. Willoughby gets it into Jensen. Jensen, the lob pass to Osmeyer at the high post. Osmeyer spins off a foot, puts it up and in for 2. Tough shot by Tyler, but he makes it. 8 points for him, 29-23. Back the other way quickly. Dowell with the basketball in the left wing. Wanted to drive. Now will lob it up in the short corner to Foot. Stolen away by Osmeyer. Osmeyer 1-on-3. Stops just across half court. Gets it off to Willoughby. Willoughby with the basketball on the drive all the way to the rack. Laid up. No, it'll be stolen away by Beckman. Ahead to Keith. Keith all the way coast to coast. and they're going to have a carry first. So out of that, 3 turnovers between either team there, 2 by Hoxie, 1 by Oberlin, and Oberlin will get it back. 29-23, 3:40 left, second quarter. Red Devils working against the press again. Brady Gehring double-teamed. Long skip pass over to Jensen. Jensen with the basketball, brings it across the timeline. Jensen wanting to drive, pulls it back out, gets it into the high post for Shaw. Shaw looking to dump it off underneath. It'll be stolen away. Hoxie on the break, finds a wide open Trent Finner. He misses the layup. The rebound swatted back in by Sheets to Foot. Out to Dowell on the left wing. Dowell will calm everything down and stops at the top of the key. Over to Sheets, back to Dowell into the high post for Foot. Foot trying to get it inside, stolen away by Osmeyer again. Osmeyer gets it ahead to Brady Gehring. Gehring back to Jensen at the top of the key. Jensen looking, he'll get it back out here to Gage Willoughby. Willoughby with the ball above the volleyball line. Pulls up from 18 feet on a step back, no. Rebound underneath, brought down by Sheets. Sheets to Keith. Keith up the middle of the floor. Long pass ahead. Sheets now driving. Right baseline. Dumps it off for 2 from Charlie. Foot from 10 feet away. He's got 8 and make it 30-23. 7-point game out of the middle of the floor. Shaw to Gehring. Gehring crosses over. Gehring in trouble there. Gets it back to Willoughby. Willoughby lobbing it up underneath to Osmeyer. Bodies flying everywhere and a foul will come in. And Willoughby, again, from above the volleyball line, trying to feed that ball inside to Osmeyer. And it almost wound up being a travel, but instead, the foul goes against Hoxie there. Lob pass in here to Willoughby, to Jensen on the drive, and he dumps it off to Shaw. Missed it, a rebound, goes into the hands of Osmeyer. He can't get that one to go, and Shaw almost tapped it out of bounds, but they'll say that it was last touched by Shaw. And it'll give it back here to the Indians. Indians looking at some pressure from the Red Devils. Sheets up the near side across the timeline. Sheets dribbles in between 2 defenders. Missed it too strong. Osmeyer comes up with a loose ball to Willoughby. Willoughby down right lane line of the rack, and he's blocked there by Keith. So Keith went up, straight up there with Willoughby and blocked him away. Gage with a big smile on his face. Hopefully a good sign there. Willoughby looking to get the ball inbounded. Willoughby still looking. Lobs it up into Shaw, into Osmeyer. Tries to get into Shaw underneath. And it'll be stolen away underneath. It's now the 10th turnover from the Red Devils. 31-23, 8-point lead for Hoxie. 2:04 left in the second quarter. Dowell throws it over to Sheets. Sheets with the basketball. Now gets into the right corner, back to Sheets. Now 3 ball on the way from Dowell, right corner, you betcha. 6 points from Dowell and make it 34-23. So an 11-point lead for Hoxie. Willoughby with the ball. Willoughby driving, spins, and putting up in the middle, and a foul will be called. .135 left in the second quarter. This foul is going to go against Trent Finner. His second. Team foul number 2 for Hoxie in the quarter. 1:35 left. Willoughby will inbound underneath the zone hoop here. Red Devils down by 11. Out to Davin Jensen. Jensen, underhand pass. Willoughby long range 3. In and out. Was halfway down but popped out. And coming up with a rebound is Finner. Gets it to Dowell. Dowell to push ahead here to Beckman. Beckman in the lane. Kicks it out to Keith. Over to Sheets. To Dowell. Top of the key 3. That one's offside iron. The tap back in, though, underneath by Trent Finner. He's got 2 points and make it 36-23. And we got a foul in the backcourt. It's racing up the far side of the floor was Willoughby there. The threes have started to go for Hoxie. And Oberlin hasn't been able to keep up. 36-23, 1:10 left in the first half. Willoughby looking to get it inbounds. Here to Osmeyer. Osmeyer gets it out to Jensen. Jensen pump fakes a pass. Now with it, trying to lob it up into Osmeyer. It'll be tapped out of bounds. That feed to Osmeyer not working the best inside. Willoughby will inbound again from underneath the zone hoop. 36-23, 1:02 left. Willoughby lobs it into Osmeyer on the right wing. Back to Willoughby. Using a screen from Osmeyer, trying to lob it up to him, almost stolen away. Shaw comes down with it. Shaw pulls up from 18. No, the rebound to Sheets. Sheets, the long push ahead to Keith. Keith up the right side, stops, gets it back to Sheets. Sheets with the basketball driving, kicks it back out to Dowell. Dowell gets it inside to a wide open Beckman. He'll put it in. He's got 6 points and to make it 38-23. The lead is out to 15. Willoughby double teamed, needing some help in the middle of the floor, and Willoughby will draw a foul. And so that foul will go against Keith, his second. Team foul number 4 for Hoxie in the quarter. 29.9 left, 38-23. Red Devils down by 15, once led by 5 at the start of the quarter. Jensen, a long half court, almost dribbled it across. Inside to Shaw, and Shaw will draw a foul from behind by Beckman. So that will be Beckman's first foul, and it'll send Caden Shaw to the free throw line. The Red Devils with just 5 points in this quarter. After leading by 5, they now find themselves down 15. Shaw's first free throw is up and off the mark. So Caden Shaw, 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. 38-23, Hoxie in front. Second one on the way for Shaw, it's up and in. So Shaw 1 of 2 there. 38-24. Red Devils down here, 38-24 by 12. Dowell with the basketball, looking for a little bit of help. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Over to Keith, back to Sheets, over to Dowell. Dowell, long range 3. Got it with 3 seconds to go. And Willoughby, the long throw ahead to Osmeyer, and the shot will not count at the buzzer. 41-24. Dowell hits a main 3 right there as the buzzer sounds. 9 points for Dowell, and the Red Devils are down 41-24 at the break. We'll take a break, be back with our first half numbers here on 101.1 KFNF.
Insurance. Good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin. 785-475-3883.
A step towards better health. High Plains Podiatry.
If you've tried everything to get rid of your warts, High Plains Podiatry offers innovative Swift microwave therapy. Swift is clean and unevasive to get rid of your warts, leaving no blisters or scarring. And it doesn't even need bandages. Move on from warts with amazingly effective wart removal technique from High Plains Podiatry. Call 345-3773 or visit highplainspodiatry.com.
Forget the flashy ads and gimmicks. Farmers, you need fertilizer equipment you can trust. J.D. Skiles in Atwood, Kansas delivers what truly matters: integrity and innovation. From custom fertilizer trailers and pit stop chemical systems to liquid fertilizer systems, they've got it all. Need more efficient spraying equipment? They have the most innovative ATV and UTV sprayers available. No frills, just quality. Visit them online at jdskiles.com or 101 Grant Street in Atwood, Kansas today. J.D. Skiles, where farming meets excellence without compromise.
Nextech is proud to now offer social media monitoring from Bark, designed by parents for parents. Bark is a service that scans text messages, over 30 social media apps, and other online activity, keeping you informed and your child protected. With Bark from Nextech, parents get alerts for potential dangers easily and effortlessly. Interested in learning more? Visit next-tech.com/bark or call 877-625-7872.
Agriculture, a hard-working industry built by a labor of love, blood, sweat, and tears. An industry that is constantly changing at an increasing rate with not enough hours in the day. Nutrient Ag Solutions is here to help carry the burden by offering multiple financing options, in-depth soil health and productivity analysis, field-by-field seed recommendations, and industry-leading services. Nutrien, working smarter and harder. Contact your local Nutrien today.
Honey, we need to talk right now.
What happened? Did something break?
Yes, it's the A word. Now go to the kitchen.
The A word? What do you mean?
Appliances. Our fridge is from R&M Service Center, and they're having a sale. Let's get a new one.
At R&M Service Center, downtown Oberlin, find top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. Don't forget they service what they sell. Get your new appliance today at R&M Service Center, downtown Oberlin.
The Red Devils play here on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Hoxie. We're at halftime of our boys game. As you can tell that we got the band playing behind us. Halftime of our boys game, 41-25. Hoxie with a 28-point second quarter to take the lead, 41-25. We're joined alongside with head coach Brandon Gehring. Boy coach, back and forth game, really physical, really quick. Your girls almost had it there in the end, but just came up a bit short.
Yeah, no, I thought we competed really well all night long. You know, that was kind of our philosophy. Let's just go out and play as hard as we can and see what the scoreboard says at the end of the night. You know, Briley picking up foul trouble like she had, you know, that makes you a little nervous. But, man, Jenna Fortin stepped up, and the girls played hard. Maria Rodriguez just disrupted their offense all night. It's just unfortunate. Made a couple mistakes at the end that we wish we had back. But I thought that I was proud of how hard the girls played.
Yeah, you mentioned Jenna, and we kind of talked at the beginning of the year how much, you know, she loves to take those big shots, and it seemed like this was kind of her type of night. Hit some big threes for you, played some great defense, and it was just really her night, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, the one thing I talked to the girls about before the game was like, just let's put your head down and play basketball, and let's see what happens. You know, you come into a place like Hoxie, playing a team like Hoxie, that can be intimidating. And Jenna wasn't intimidated at all. I thought she just played basketball, and she's got that ability, and I hope she just keeps rolling with that.
Boy, how big was tonight for you guys to think, you know, as we get into this Northwest Kansas League tournament, looking ahead towards the sub-state where the sub-state's so tough, you know, to know that you can hang with one of the top teams in 2A just goes to show you can hang with anybody, right?
Yeah, that's what I told the girls. We need to not hang our heads tonight. We can be upset that we lost, but we need to know that if we play that hard, we can compete with some of the top teams in the state. You know, but our job isn't really to compete. We want to win those games, and so hopefully that leads to some wins for us, you know, going into next week. And you know, our focus now is on Greeley County, and what can we take from tonight to help us get a win against them on Tuesday.
Yeah, you mentioned Greeley County. Obviously, they're I think 4-3 is what you had them at the seeding, and they're going to be a tough team though coming up from Tribune, aren't they?
Yeah, you know, they got a senior leader in Jaden Mangan, and then the Stewart girls good too. So just another difficult game for us, but you know, I feel like if we can compete like we did tonight, I like how we're doing.
Well, Coach, thanks for stopping by, and sorry about the loss, but thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, head coach Brandon Gehring after tonight's tough loss for the Lady Red Devils, 45-38. As promised, we'll give you some numbers from that Lady Red Devils game. We'll start with the Hoxie Indians. This is from the girls' game final numbers. Sophie Gordley with 1 point, Emily Bainter with 8, Avery Mock with 10, Evie Shippers with 3, 15 from Kendall Ballman, 2 from Carly Cooper, and 6 from Allie Gordley. For the Red Devils, Briley Minnick with 6, Jory Fortin with 1, Michaela Wasson with 5, Elsie Larson with 7, 17 from Jenna, and 2 from Maria Rodriguez. Team stats-wise, Hoxie goes 16 of 26 at the charity stripe. They commit 16 turnovers. Oberlin 7 of 16 from the charity stripe. They commit 18 turnovers. So, as you heard Coach Gehring say, the Red Devils now 6-4 will look to the Northwest Kansas League tournament, where they will match up with Greeley County in the first round. 3 o'clock, 2:45 pregame there on Tuesday from Oberlin. So, let's give you our first half numbers of our boys contest here tonight. First half numbers, we'll start with Hoxie. 9 points from Noah Dowell, 12 from Aaron Keith, 2 from Trent Finner, 4 from Braxton Monk, 8 from Charlie Foote, and 6 from Max Beckman. The Indians are 0 of 4 at the free throw line, but commit just 6 turnovers in that first half. The Red Devils 2 points from Bryson Ketchell, 7 from Gage Willoughby, 8 from Osmeyer, and 5 from Caden Shaw. The Red Devils led 18-13 after the first quarter, but it's a 28-point second quarter for Hoxie. They outscore Oberlin 28-6 to lead 41-24, but count it, 6 threes in the quarter. That's 18 of that 28 points that came from behind the arc. And I think Aaron Keith, 4 of 5 at the behind the arc in that quarter. Noah Dowell, I think, was 2 of 4. So yeah, that up. That's 6 of 9 from behind the arc in just one quarter. And that will certainly change the game. And it did here tonight. 41-24 at the break. We'll take a quick one. When we come back, we'll have second half action between Hoxie and Oberlin. It's Hoxie in front, 41-24 at the break on 101.1 KFNF.
Where hometown charm meets fresh market dreams. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin is a feast for the senses. Hand-picked produce, sizzling steaks, and hearty roasts await your dinner table. Quality soars in every aisle. And when the lunch bell rings, their deli dishes out delights that'll turn your midday meal into a culinary escape on select days. See store for details. Shopping at Ray's is a breeze, leaving the heavy lifting to them as they escort your groceries right to your car. Experience the difference at Ray's Grocery. Fresh, friendly, and always local. Ray's Grocery in downtown Oberlin.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Hoxie. It is loud. It has been physical in each game. It has been tough tonight for both the boys and the girls, Lady Red Devils and the Red Devils. And we have got a good one here to shape out for the rest of this game. The Red Devils down 41-24, but it just feels like, a team shoots 6 of 9 in the quarter. You don't expect to win too many games after that. It's tough to combat that, I should say. Not expecting to win, but tough to combat 6 of 9 unofficially there from behind 3, at least 6 threes made. And so to start it out here, to start quarter number 3, Oberlin will have the basketball left to right across the timeline. Willoughby with it now at the top of the key. Willoughby over to the right wing. Willoughby now stops, dumps it off to Jensen. Jensen with the basketball, looking at a 2-3 zone here. Throws over to the left wing for Bryson Ketchell. Ketchell with the basketball, back to Jensen. Jensen on the right wing, long skip pass over to Gage Willoughby. Left corner 3, you betcha! Gage Willoughby with a huge shot right there to open up the second half. He's got 10 points, make it 41-27 as the Red Devils try to combat this Hoxie offense. Back out to Keith. Keith on the drive, down right lane, line of the rack, blocked by Jensen. It'll go out of bounds. And so Keith got a taste of his own medicine there after he came up with a huge block of Willoughby, and Jensen stuffs it right back at him there. 41-27, 7:18 to go in the third quarter. With the ball is Dowell to inbound underneath the zone hoop. Dowell looking to get it in, still looking, does under the left corner for Beckman. Long skip pass over to Monk, out of the right corner for Keith for 3. You betcha. Aaron Keith now with his 5th 3. He's got 15 points. 44-27 as the Red Devils go to work breaking the press. They do with Jensen, who brings it up with a dribble, left to right across the timeline, skip past to Ketchell, driving left baseline, stop there, out to Shaw, top of the key for Willoughby. Willoughby for 3, offside iron, rebound brought down there by Dowell. Dowell crosses over, pushing it up near side, right to left. Dowell now inside the paint, taking it all the way back out. Keith again for another 3, no, almost gets his own board. Ketchell comes down with it, along with him, and a jump ball will be called. It'll stay with Hoxie with 6:39 left here in the quarter. So 6:39 left, third quarter, 44-27. Red Devils down by 14, trying to find any way to get back into it, but the 3 balls have been raining in for Hoxie. Gets it out to Keith. Keith takes one dribble, throws it up to Monk, top of the key. Monk surveying the defense here, now throws over to the right wing for Keith. Keith looking, gets at the top of the key, off to Dowell. Dowell drives it to the right wing, gives it back off to Beckman. Beckman trying to dump it off to Foot underneath. Off of Foot's foot, It'll be picked up there into the hands of Jensen off of the turnover to Willoughby. Willoughby across the timeline. Willoughby with the basketball just inside the arc. Throws over the right wing for Jensen. Jensen, right wing extended to Shaw at the top of the key. Over to Willoughby on the left wing. Willoughby with the basketball above his head, guarded by Dowell. Swings it up to the top of the key. Over to the high post here for Shaw. Out to Willoughby, top of the key again. And Willoughby will have his pocket picked by Dowell. Dowell taking it coast to coast, 2-on-1. Dumps it off to Foot. Foot at the rack. No, Dowell with the follow, and he'll lay it in. Dowell with 11 points. Make it 46-27. Red Devils again working against the press. And Monk will come up with a steal, but then he fell out of bounds. And we got a timeout on the floor. That'll be no timeout. Just a check-in sub. Sounded like the whistle of a timeout. But it'll just be a check-in. So Willoughby gets it in here to Jensen. Jensen working against the press. Jensen crossing over, gets it off to Willoughby. Willoughby brings it across the timeline. Willoughby with the basketball, just inside the arc, looking, throws it over to Kettrell. Kettrell on the left wing, driving, left baseline, pulls up from 5 feet, high off the glass, went so high, went off the top of the backboard. Coming down with a rebound is Finner, gets it out to Dowell. Dowell racing up the middle of the floor, dumps it off to Monk. Monk pump fakes the 3, drives it into the lane, goes up for 2, and is fouled and is headed to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 5:16 left, third quarter, 46-27. It's a 19-point lead here for Hoxie. And now make it 20 as Braxton Monk with his first point since the first quarter cashes in the first free throw as well for Hoxie. 47-27. And next one of the way is up and in. 48-27, 21-point game. Into Kettrell, skip pass over to Jensen. Jensen up the near side, left to right across the timeline. Stops in the right corner. Looking, gets it to Shaw at the high post. Shaw with a skip pass over to Kettrell. Left wing 3, got it! Bryson Kettrell with a big shot. He's got 5 points, and it makes it 48-30. Blocked underneath by Jensen is Keith again. 48-30. And with the ball underneath the zone hoop, Monk will inbound. Willoughby will guard the inbounder, gets it out to Foot, back to Monk. Monk on the drive, curls around Shaw, up and under by Osmeyer and lays it in. Great move by the senior guard. He's got 8 points into the middle of the floor for Osmeyer. Back to Shaw. Shaw one dribble, right low block. He's in trouble, needs help. Gets it out to Willoughby at the top of the key. Willoughby driving, right lane line, lays it up for 2. No, and the rebound goes to Keith. 50-30. Red Devils down by 20. Back the other way in transition. Dowell missed it, and Foot trying to come up with a rebound. Has it tapped off his hands out of bounds as he was working with Kettrell, and it'll go back to the Red Devils down by 20 with 4:25 left in the third quarter. So the Red Devils, a couple of threes in the quarter, just haven't been able to put a couple of runs together. Willoughby will inbound, working against the press here. Immediately trapped is Jensen. Long skip pass over to Kettrell. Kettrell spins around. Monk now crosses over, loses his balance. Got the ball back somehow into the middle of the floor. He thought Foot was his own teammate, but instead throws it away. And now doing the same thing as Sheets with Jensen. So turnovers either way. Oberlin ends up with the basketball once more. Willoughby brings it across the timeline, throws over to Kettrell on the right wing. Kettrell to Jensen, top of the key 3. You betcha! Davin Jensen with his first 3 of the night, and it makes it 50-33. The Red Devils have cut it down to 17 here with 3:49 to go. Over the right wing, driving right baseline is Finner. Kicks it back out to Keith to the top of the key. Wide open 3 for Sheets. No offensive rebound. Keith, now another offensive rebound. Finner missed that one. Shaw has it tapped out of his hands, and Sheets will come up with it on the left wing over to Monk. Monk with the basketball, right wing extended. Monk throws it back to Sheets. Sheets now driving it down, right lane line, kicks it back out to the top of the key to Keith, over to the left wing, getting it inside to Foot, turns, spins, puts it up. It'll be blocked, I think turned over anyway, and with the basketball, Kettrell gets it off to Willoughby across the timeline. Willoughby down left lane line, left low block, spins, fadeaway jumper from 5 feet, no, missed, a lot of contact, no call. Keith back the other way, Keith all the way to the rack, blocked by Osmeyer. And looks like Dowell will check back into the contest here. Brady Gehring in as well. 3:03 left, third quarter, 50-33. Red Devils down by 17, trying to come up with a defensive stand here. Dowell has it underneath his own hoop. Wide open, Finner on the backside, pulls up from 5 feet and hits. He's got 4 points. We got a timeout on the floor taken by Oberlin. 52-33. It's Hoxie in front on 101.1 KFNF.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just,
hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank,
hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
52-33, Red Devils down by 19 here. 2:59 left in the third quarter. Willoughby working against the press here, gets it to Jensen. Jensen to Osmeyer. Osmeyer looking for help, gets it to Willoughby in the middle of the floor. Willoughby will bring it across the timeline. Willoughby with the basketball in the middle of the floor. Now sets up, looking for a screen. Willoughby curls off of it, dumps it off underneath. Osmeyer wasn't there, though. It'll be stolen away. Back the other way comes Hoxie. Dowell, coast to coast, will lay it up and in for 2. 13 points for Dowell, and to make it 54-33. Red Devils almost turn it over again in the backcourt. Jensen now back the other way to Gehring. Gehring over to Willoughby. Willoughby left to the top of the circle. Now just holds it at the top of the key over to Jensen on the right wing. Jensen gets it to Willoughby on the right low block. He spins off of a defender, throws it up from 5 feet. No, push ahead to Sheets. Sheets all the way to the rack, lays it up and in for 2. Sheets with his first 2 points and to make it 56-33, almost a steal. And it is a 23-point game. So another run for Hoxie. Let's put him in front here. 2:02 left in the third quarter, 56-33, Red Devils down. Into the middle of the floor, Ketchell brings it across the timeline. Left wing extended, gets a screen from Shaw. Now throws it up to Jensen above the volleyball line. Jensen crosses over. Jensen at the high post trying to get it off inside there to Osmeyer, and he'll draw a foul. So Osmeyer will draw a foul. The foul coming from Trent Finner, his third. That is the first foul on Hoxie in the quarter. Out to Ketchell, right wing 3. No, tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Osmeyer underneath. So it will go back. Here to Hoxie. Hoxie having a tough time getting it in. They do. Out in the middle of the floor for Beckman, who gets it back to Dowell. Dowell on the drive, goes between the legs against Jensen, now drives it right lane line over the top of some defenders. They got a jump ball. So back to Oberlin. 56-33, 1:33 left, third quarter. Red Devils down by 23. Can they get something going here late and maybe carry it over to the fourth? It'll be a tall tale to come back. Osmeyer gets in the middle of the floor to Ketchell. Ketchell breaks the press. Ketchell over the rack, dumps it off to a wide open Shaw. Shaw having to readjust, working against Dowell there. Throws it up and is fouled. And he should head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. So that's the foul on Dowell, his first. Team foul number 2 for Hoxie. Shaw at the free throw line. He's 3 of 4 today, and airballs that one. Let's make it 3 of 5. (56-33), 1:27 left here in the third quarter. Next one up for Shaw, and it's in. So Shaw buries that one. He's got 6. 4 of 6 from the line, 56-34. Back the other way, Sheets throws it over to Monk on the right wing. Monk pulls it back out just inside the volleyball line. Now backs it back out over to Dowell. Dowell using a screen, dumps it off underneath there. Pump fake, Beckman goes up for 2. He'll be fouled from behind by Shaw. And it'll send Beckman to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 1:09 left in the third quarter, 56-34. 22-point game. It's up and off the mark for Beckman. 56-34, 1:09 left. Next one's up and off the mark. Kettrell comes down with a rebound. Kettrell up the near side, left to right across the timeline, goes behind the back to bring it across over to Jensen. Jensen looking to get it inside. He can't. Gets it back out to Willoughby. Willoughby in the right corner. Willoughby tries to get it inside. Almost stolen away. Shaw comes down with it. Out to Willoughby on the right corner. Willoughby now settles it down and holds it there in between the rings. Willoughby over to Jensen on the left wing. Jensen pulls, step back three. No, that was not. Tough shot right there. Sheets dribbling his way between defenders all the way down. Kicks it back out here into the hands of Dowell, who almost lost it. Gets it back to Finner. Finner pump fakes the three. Finner on the drive, back out. Three ball on the way from Sheets. Bang. Braden Sheets with 5 points. And the three balls continue to rain in. Stuck is Willoughby. Kyle Breth will help him out by calling a timeout. 59-34. 20.4 seconds left in the quarter. We will keep it right here. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here tonight. Aqua Shield Roofing, Bainter Oil, Creative Collision, Decatur Co-op, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, First State Bank of Hoxie, FNB Bank of Oberlin, Frederickson Insurance Agency, Equity Bank, and a big thank you to Joel Hawkswell and the gang down at Hawkswell Motors for giving us the drive to the game. 59-34 in favor of the Hoxie Indians. 25-point lead, a 28-point second quarter, and they have followed it up with an 18-point third quarter compared to Oberlin's 10. Hoxie has just been able to rain it from downtown whenever they have needed to. Willoughby gets it into Osmeyer. Osmeyer gets it to Kettrell. Kettrell brings it across the timeline. Kettrell hands it off to Willoughby. Willoughby crosses over, working against Dowell. Hands it off to Jensen on the right wing. Jensen to Shaw at the top of the key. Shaw with Beckman all over him, throws it to Jensen. Jensen stops and hoists a three and got it at the buzzer. Davin Jensen with a big shot as time winds down and gives the Red Devils some life. Davin Jensen with 6, and we head to the quarter break. 59-37. Hoxie in front on 101.1 KFNF.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and ShareJack purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits it into that Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.1% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
Sneezes, sniffles, or seasonal blues. It might seem like a small bother, but right now at Ward Drug in Oberlin, it's the perfect time to get your vaccinations. Protect yourself and your loved ones with their comprehensive range of vaccines. As an independently owned pharmacy, Ward Drug offers personalized care you can trust. Don't wait for the next wave of germs to hit. Your health is your wealth at Ward Drug. Visit warddrugstore.com or call them at 785-475-2285.
Back here from Hoxie as we start quarter number 4, 59-37. Hoxie with the ball to start the fourth and final quarter. Monk on the drive down right lane line between three defenders, lays it up and is fouled. What a move by Braxton Monk. Goodness, he swam his way around three different Oberlin Red Devils to get to the rack. And the foul will go against Davin Jensen, his second. First one of the way for Braxton is up and in. Braxton now with 9 points. 3 of 3 from the free throw line. And make it 3 of 4. Kettrell comes down with a rebound. Gets it out to Gehring. Gehring brings it up, far side of the floor, left to right, back to Willoughby. Willoughby with a basketball, throws over to the right wing, extended here for Jensen. Jensen to Osmeyer. Osmeyer looking, lobs it up inside here to Willoughby. Willoughby turns, spins, tries to go with a fadeaway and can't get it to go. Rebound underneath by Foot, out to Keith. Keith up the far side, finds Monk into the high post for Beckman, out to Monk. Monk gets it inside to Dowell, finds Foot wide open from 15. No, rebound underneath by Beckman, up for 2, and he'll be fouled. 60-37. Oberlin down. .3 game. First one on the way for Beckman is up and in. He's got 7. Now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. 61-37 and make it 62-37. 8 points, quick steal this time by Dowell. He finds Keith, and Keith will lay it up and in for 2 for 17 for him. It's now 64-37. Back the other way quickly, Willoughby, and he has it stripped into the front court for Keith. Back-to-back turnovers for the Red Devils. Keith to Dowell. Dowell out to Monk. Monk takes one dribble, the floater from 5 feet, and he hits. Braxton Monk with 11, 66-37, 29-point game. Timeout, Oberlin will take one with them. 6:45 left, fourth quarter, 66-37 Hoxie on 101.1 KFNF.
Shield Roofing not only offers roofing for residential and business, but siding, guttering, insulation, windows, and doors, construction and remodeling too. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call, 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Back from Hoxie, where the Indians have extended the lead out to 29, their largest lead of the night. 66-37, back-to-back turnovers from the Red Devils lead to back-to-back buckets. And now it's a 29-point lead, and Hoxie, for the first time tonight, has called the Dogs off and will not put on the pressure. So Willoughby brings it across the timeline, guarded by Dowell. Gets a screen here, hands it off to Jensen, who flicks it into the corner for Kettrell. Kettrell turns the corner back out. Brady Gehring for 3, in and out. Rebound brought down there, but stolen away by Jensen. Jensen wraps it around to Willoughby. Willoughby will pull it back out here in the right corner. Willoughby looking to do something, finds Kettrell cutting along the backside, and Kettrell will lay it up and in for 2. He's got 7, so the Red Devils use the turnover to their advantage. And quickly, coast to coast is Keith. Keith with 19 points. 68-39. Willoughby with the basketball, top of the key. Gets it off here to Gehring. Gehring driving it down, right lane line, and he'll draw a foul. 5:52 left, fourth quarter. Keith with 19. Dowell with 13, Monk with 11. Leading scorers for Hoxie. Tyler Rossmeyer has not scored yet in this quarter or in the half. Looking to get it in is Willoughby. Kicks it out. Brady Gehring, right corner 3. No. Backside rebound into the hands of Finner. Gets it out to Monk. Monk looking. The skip ahead to Dowell. Taken by Foot. Back to Dowell from 5 feet. Yes. Noah Dowell now with 15 points, 70-39. 31-point game for Hoxie. Willoughby fakes the handoff, gets it out to Kettrell. Kettrell on the drive, left baseline. Be fouled, and so that 31-point lead starts our 30-point running clock with 5:17 and counting now. Willoughby will inbound underneath his own hoop. Trying to get a quick score here. Willoughby looking to get it in. Lobs it to the top of the key. 3 ball on the way for Jensen. No. Rebound brought down right there by Finner. The push ahead to Sheets. Sheets looking to pull it back out. Gives it off here to Monk. Monk over to Sheets. Sheets with a basketball on the left wing. Crossing over. Gives it back up and around the horn they go. Sheets to Dowell, inside to Foot, back out to Sheets. Sheets on the drive, throws it around. Monk for three. Yes. They cannot miss. Can Hoxie. 14 points for Monk. 73-39. Willoughby on the drive, pulls up from 5 feet, can't get the runner. Osmeyer the board. He goes up for two and puts it in. First 2 points for Osmeyer in this half. And to make it 73-41. Up underneath, looking to get it into Foot, and him and Ketchell will bang heads underneath, and it looks like we got a foul that'll be called on Finner, actually, underneath. So that'll be his fourth. And Coach Jake Moss is going to empty the bench here with 3:50 and counting. Keith is back in. Arm Connect is in. Czar in. And Scanlon also have checked in, along with Ty Finner. Willoughby with the basketball, hands it off to Gehring. Gehring crossing over a couple of times, gets it to Shaw. Shaw looking to throw it over there and instead throws it away. Another turnover for the Red Devils. Keith across the timeline, feeds it off to Ty Finner. Finner getting it inside here to Scallon. Scallon throws it back out. Instead, we got to travel. 73-41. 3 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. As that 30-point lead for Hoxie will keep that 30-point score, keep that clock moving from here on out. Over to the right wing is Gehring. Gehring stops, gets it off here to Shaw. Shaw looking, found the backdoor cutting at Willoughby, and he goes up for two and is fouled. I wondered if Shaw was going to reverse pivot and find him, and he did. A foul will go against Griffin Czar, his first. Team foul number 1 for him. Willoughby at the free throw line to shoot 2. Willoughby just 3 points in this half. Make it 11. Make it 73-42. And the next one on the way there from Willoughby cannot drop. Long range three here, missed, and the rebound goes into the hands of Shaw, up to Willoughby. Willoughby up the near side. Willoughby to Gehring, gets it back out here to Willoughby. Willoughby dumps it off to a wide open Caden Shaw underneath. Shaw for two, he's got 8, and make it 73-44. With the basketball at the top of the key, looking, they get it off here to Harrison Meyer. Meyer chucks up a 3 and missed it. As we tick under a minute to go here, Caleb Eisner is checked in. Jesse Hendrickson in. Hayden Allen in. Mitchell Wasson in. Gehring brings it up, throws it over here. Stepping into a shot is Allen, and he'll hit. Hayden Allen for 2 from 5 feet. Makes it 73-46. Meyer losing it, gets it back, pulls up from 3. No. Rebound brought down by Hoxie. We got a foul. And that should take us to the end of the game. Seven seconds out to Meyer. He pops a 3 again. No. Backside rebound into the hands of Shaw to Gehring. That's where the time will expire. So Hoxie gets the win 73-46 over your Oberlin Red Devils. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, get you your final numbers. Hoxie with a win 73-46 here on 101.1 KFNF.
Collisions. Remember, your car, your choice. Creative Collision, Oberlin's choice body shop for all your collision and restoration services. Call them at 785-470-2130 or stop by at 1843 Highway 83 in Oberlin.
Hi, this is Matt Osmeyer, your Colligan dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties. We want to wish the best of luck to area athletes during the winter sports season. Colligan of Oberlin is a proud supporter of school activities, and we want to encourage the community to come out and watch our talented area students participate in all their school activities. And remember, if you have questions about the water in your home, call me for a free water analysis at 785-475-2471. Colligan, better water, pure and simple.
It's costing more and more to fill up your gas tank these days. When you pay at the pump at Decatur Co-op, you pay less, and you don't have to be a member to enjoy great competitive rates. Decatur Co-op has pay at the pump in Lenora, Jennings, Oberlin, and Herndon, Kansas, along with Danbury, Nebraska. Plus, you don't have to worry about whether it's cash or credit. All prices are the same, and Decatur Co-op accepts all major credit cards and the Decatur Co-op Association card. Next time, fill up at Decatur Co-op.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
All right, final here in our boys game, 73-46. The Indians get the win over the Red Devils here tonight. Take you through your final numbers. Started with Hoxie, 15 points from Noah Dowell, 19 from Aaron Keith. Keith hits 5 threes in tonight's contest. 4 points from Trent Finner, 14 from Braxton Monk, 4 from Braden Sheets, 8 from Charlie Foote, and 8 from Max Beckman. Hoxie commits 12 turnovers. They go 5 of 12 from the free throw line. Oberlin, 17 turnovers, 8 of 12 from the charity stripe individually. Davin Jensen, 6 points, 2 points from Hayden Allen, 7 from Bryson Kettrell, 11 from Gage Willoughby, 10 from Tyler Osmeyer, and 8 from Caden Shaw. The Red Devils led after one, 18-13, but then were outscored 28-6 in the second, down 41-24 after three, outscored 18-13 in the third, down 59-37 after three, and then outscored in the fourth 14-11 for a final of 73-46. So tough one tonight for both the Red Devil boys and girls as they both lose here tonight by a final. The girls lose 53-48. The boys lose 73-46. We'll look into next week where the Red Devil boys and girls will compete in the Northwest Kansas League Tournament from Oberlin. We'll have coverage of the first round game coming up there on Tuesday. Girls will go first. They'll meet up with Greeley County. 2:45 pregame, 3 o'clock tip of the boys to follow. The boys will match up with Wallace County. So that'll do it for us here tonight from Hoxie. Tough one. Girls hung with one of the best teams in the state. Boys led after one. Just a great shooting night from Hoxie, and there's going to be those nights. So that'll do it from us here from Hoxie. I'm Sam Knoll, signing off, saying so long and good night.
Southwest Nebraska's best country. We are 101.1 KFNF, Oberlin, McCook. 101.1 KFNF, the country leader.
Driving through town, just my boy and me, with a Happy Meal in his booster seat, knowing that he couldn't have the toy till his nuggets were gone. A green traffic light turned straight to red. I hit my brakes and mumbled under my breath. His fries went a-flying and his orange drink covered his lap. Well, then my 4-year-old said a 4-letter word. It started with S, and I was concerned. So I said, son, now where'd you learn to talk like that? He said, I've been watching you